Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 29. Nagulat ako. Ayun ka. Ayun. Excited na po si Notch. This is episode 29 of the G3 podcast. This is your host, BJG of Go Gaming and Pop Mug Podcast, along with, of course, the awesome guys of G, starting off with everybody's favorite captain, Captain Mike. Hello, good evening. How's it going, man?
What is happening, boys and girls? This is your captain speaking, and welcome again to another G3 podcast.
Yan. Of course, next up is Kagawad Raven Eyes, fresh off his stream at bagong gising Palmolive hair. What's up, Kagawad? Kamusta?
Kamusta ka? Ayos lang ako. Gutom ako, men. Nagke-crave ako Korean barbecue tapos gusto ko manood ng Shang-Chi mamayang gabi. And speaking of Shang-Chi, usapang Shang-Chi. Hindi, usapang Marvel today. I'm excited.
Yan. Ang swerte naman nito, sana all may pampanood ng Shang-Chi. Pero alam ko, isang tao, sigurado ako makakapanood yan very, very soon in any which way it is. Notch is in the house. Notch, what's up, dudes? Very good. Galing. Yan.
Ang timing din kasi yung pagtawag mo sa kanya, Brad.
Sorry. Hindi ako nakatingin. But magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Kami po ay nagbabalik for another awesome podcast. Talking about some stuff that we really love. Everything from games, movies, TV shows, comic books, you name it. Everything geeky and nerdy, we got them. And we're going to be talking about, of course, sabi nga ni Kagawad, he's going to be on his way watching Shang-Chi, one of the most latest movies to be released in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As you can see, I am wearing my Marvel Studios merch right here. Yeah. We are going to be tackling the beginnings, kumbaga. The first saga was the Infinity Saga, and it's been quite a ride right after Endgame, and now Phase 4 is starting. There's so many things that are planned to be shown to everyone. Pero magbalik tanaw muna tayo. Let's take a look back. Let's get a look back and check out what has happened that led us to where we are now. And that's going to be the meat of the discussion today. Speaking of Notch eating, it's the meat. No? Let me start the conversation by, of course, asking you guys na kompleto nyo ba? Anong Mickey Mouse? Sino Mickey Mouse?
Si Chino tumalikod, naging Mickey Mouse sa salamin.
Sa panga. Ayun o. Lang yun. Di ba? Ang tindi nung niya bumabalik eh.
Alam mo bakit Mickey Mouse?
Bakit?
Kasi pagmamay-ari ng Disney ang Marvel Studios.
Tama yan. Galing no.
Galing mo talaga, Brad. Napakalas mo talaga, Brad. Informative.
Diba? Damn, that's what we do here.
Yeah. So pwede mo na kaming batiin ulit ngayong hindi ka nang umuwi, Brad.
Good evening sa inyo.
Ba't ka galit? Huwag kang magalit.
Ganun ako bumati eh.
Yeah, that's right. They are now working for the mouse. That's true. Ang galing na segue mo doon, pare. Pero anyway, back to the question. Have you completed every single Marvel movie out there outside of Phase 4?
Yeah, yes, I am. 24 movies.
Wow. Ikaw, Kagawad, Kapitan, kayo ba nakompleto niyo na lahat or meron pa kayong gustong habulin? Kompleto na, no?
Yes.
Ako, I have...
Actually, there are some movies that I've only watched once and I want to rewatch again. Like some movies, like the ones that, yung mga least favorite ko na movies. And I want to watch it again to see where, kung saan siya magra-rank. So, ayun.
I'm actually on the part of, nire-watch ko talaga lahat from Phase 1 to 3. Isama na natin si Edward Norton. Sinama ko yun. Para stay true to the...
Si Eric Bana, sinama mo? Hindi.
Ha?
Si Eric Bana, ayaw mo?
Ipasok natin si Eric Bana doon sa Mortal Kombat reboot. Doon sila magsama.
Tama. Nabanggit mo yung Mortal Kombat reboot. The Automats. Yan ang hinapit ko.
Pinabangan ko eh.
Di pwedeng wala yun eh.
Ikaw, Kapitan. Ano sa'yo?
Pustahan, baka kalimutan niya, nakamute siya. Sabi ko sa'yo eh.
I watched the
Gustahan
Dark World. Hindi ko siya kinomplete kasi parang naburingan ako dun sa story.
Bakit hindi mo kinomplete ka kahit naburingan ka? You have to complete the shit.
Yeah, yun ang
Ending
ano ko.
one
Pero
of the best ending actually.
Agree.
tapos pero sa lahat ng movies na yan, ang gusto ko talagang balikan as sa refresher is The Incredible Hulk in 2008.
Edward Norton.
I see.
Lalabas si Brad Pitt doon eh.
So, talaga ba?
Bubulungan niya si Edward Norton. You can't talk about Fight Club.
Okay. So, if you guys have mostly finished it, saan kayo nagsimula? Kasi ako, honestly, when the MCU hit, of course I started from the very first movie, and I also rewatched it according to the release dates, right? But I really started to get into the MCU. Iron Man pa lang eh. That's where I started. Hindi ko pinalampas yun. Was it different for you, or you all started with Iron Man 2, or did you start with something else and then rewatched Iron Man? Alam ko to si Cap Iron Man fan to. So did you start the same, or?
Yeah, I started with Iron Man. Talagang inabangan ko talaga yun nung in-announce kasi gusto kong makita back then kung ano yung magiging itsura niya in real life, 'di ba? Kasi this is one of those Marvel movies na gusto mo masabi na will it meet my expectation na ito si rich guy Tony Stark and his awesome tech. Ganun yung ganun yung gusto kong makita nun eh. And that became the reason why it was my my favorite. Nung nakita ko yung para sabi ko, wow, this is what I wanted to see in real life. Ganun yung ko dun eh. And I was happy to see that.
I see. Ikaw, Mon, sa Iron Man ka rin ba, o may tumalon ka?
Actually, when I watch Incredible Hulk, yun yung una ko napanood, di ba?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really expect the MCU. Like, I didn't know MCU exists, right? So, I watch Incredible Hulk, tapos biglang, nung nakita ko sa Hulk, konektado siya sa Iron Man. And then, after that, naboringan ako sa Incredible Hulk, to be honest with you. And then, I was a teenager at that time, very hindi ako open-minded nun. There's always this comparison na hindi naman ganyan yung nangyayari sa comics. Yung alam mo yun.
Right.
There's always a conversation back then with MCU movies, right? So I was one of those teenagers na hindi naman nangyayari sa comics. Pangit naman na movie yan. So, watching Incredible Hulk, I was like, it's okay. I was just excited about the ending. Pero may question pa din, is it really gonna happen though? Because there's been so many teasers, like talks of dati, di ba, na ganito gagawin nila, ganyan, tapos hindi nangyayari. So yeah, Incredible Hulk. And then after that, tumigil ako. Na-appreciate ko ang MCU after Age of Ultron. Hindi ko pinanood lahat ng MCU. Nanood ako Avengers. It was okay at that time when I watched it. Pero after Age of Ultron, yun, pinanood ko na siya isa-isa. Inabangan ko na. Kasi that's the time where I got into comics. Like, I was collecting comics.
Okay, so if you started out with Incredible Hulk, kasi bumalik ka, and then you really got into it after Ultron. Ikaw, Notch, you're a huge comic book fan. I'm pretty sure it hit you kind of differently. I'll revise the question for you a little bit. Kasi tama yung sinabi ni Kagawad kanina eh. There's always this topic na, di naman ganyan yun sa comics eh. Diba? Lagi may ganon eh. Lagi there's a comparison. Case in point is Nick Fury, right? That's one. Sa'yo, where did you start and how did you react to it, comparing it to your comic book roots, kumbaga?
Syempre, I started with the Incredible Hulk. Kasi phase 1. Oo, actually, basta yung mga ganong movies na pinanood ko talaga yun. Incredible Hulk. Tapos at the time, hindi ko masyado pinansin yung post-credits eh. I wasn't really expecting any MCU to begin with, no? So, alam mo yun. Pero alam ko na si Robert Downey Jr., si Tony Stark at the time. Yun nga lang, hindi pumasok sa isip ko. And then, sunod-sunod na eh. After that, Iron Man, then Captain America. Sunod-sunod na yun. Phase 1, Phase 2, parang bilis nga to be honest. When I look back at it, parang ang bilis ng transitions ng season. Pero ako actually kahit hanggang ngayon, iniisip ko pa rin 'yun na parang hindi naman nangyari yan sa sa comics. So ayan, I started with Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton. At that time, syempre, hindi ako masyadong fan talaga ni Incredible Hulk. Alam mo, hindi katulad ni Spider-Man, hindi katulad ni Captain America, but syempre he's part of the Marvel universe and I always appreciated Bruce Banner and how he dealt with the Hulk. No? So, I started with that. Tapos, yung post-credit scene, nung lumabas si Robert Downey Jr. with the goatee and all that, naisip ko na siya si Tony Stark Lalong-lalo na nung binigay niya yung folder. Pero at that time, parang hindi po tumatak sa isip ko na parang magkakaroon ng MCU. At sabi nga ni Arnold, there was never a mention of his MCU. Diba?
Even
Ever.
Avengers was a forbidden name.
Tama. Exactly. Kasi wala pa It was an idea. It was an idea and biglang tapos pumasok Iron Man. Post-credit scene ni Iron Man. And then came Iron Man 2. Post-credit scene. Alam mo 'yun, slowly nagpakita sila ng assurance na ay magkaka-MCU, no?
Right.
Katulad yung kay Almondo, same kami. Meron din ako mga reactions na ganyan kasi at the time, syempre comics and movies, ibang-iba 'di ba? Ibang-iba So pag tinitingnan mo yung background ni Tony Stark, ni Captain America, 'di ba? Ni Thor, mo talaga Titignan mo talaga, i-compare mo from the comics. In fairness, syempre, they romanticize it quite a bit. Lalo na si Thor, lalo na yung kay Thor. So far okay naman So far okay naman for me.
Right. When when the very first thing came out, I already wished, as a huge fanboy, I already wished for it to come true because unlike in the X-Men series, you present the X-Men as a team. Ito, that these guys are individuals and that eventually they become a team. And that for me was the huge tease. That for me was a major tease when the Iron Man came out in May. And then lumabas yung Hulk, and that's it for me. I know there's going to be Thor and Captain America, but siguro of the movies that got to me, that really cemented that okay, these series of movies are going to be great. To me kasi my favorite of the first 4 guys, yung core members, ang pinaka-paborito ko doon si Captain America.
Well, kahapon para sinabi mo si Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton.
Wait lang. The best way that it was presented, kasi Captain America was the last one to be presented before the Avengers movie.
Yeah.
So, eto na he was dug out of the ice and then everything was, falling into place. And to me, that was the best movie. However, I liked Edward Norton being a Bruce Banner because just like in the DCEU, for me, Edward Norton was the best Bruce Banner. Maybe not the best Hulk, but to me, he could be the best Bruce Banner as compared to the other Hulk movies that came before it and after, minus Lou Ferrigno, of course. Lou Ferrigno always Hulk, but yeah, for me, the best of the origin movies, kumbaga, the origin movies for me was Captain America. Sa inyo ba? Alin lang sa inyo?
Best origin?
Phase 1.
Phase 1. Phase 1. Just
shit.
Was it the Iron Man? Was it Iron Man? Hulk, Thor, or Captain America? Kasi sila yung core founders Well, not really. Sa comics hindi. Pero Captain America came in late. So ako, Captain America movie was the best of the 4, at least for now.
I agree with you, BJ. Kung phase 1 ang pag-uusapan, Captain America has the best movie. Kasi they got everything right dun sa na yun, sa palabas na yun. Like, origin.
They almost got it right.
Almost. Pero again, like how they adapt it sa modern age is talagang maganda, 'di ba? Kasi of course, actually, yun nga nakakatuwa sa Captain America. The reason why they did it right. Kasi you're gonna look for the goofy Captain America costume. Here it is, performing sa stage, 'di ba? Ayan ang goofy Captain America. Throwback nila, 'di ba? Na it's a throwback and it's meant to be a comedy, 'di ba? Do sa part na 'yon. And then they presented him like ito na yung suit talaga ni Captain America, 'di ba? Like they did everything right in that movie, like for me. When it comes to like to adapting a comic book movie to the modern age, Captain America did it so well.
Right. Right, right. Si Notch, ano eh, may almost eh. What about you, man? Where's that almost coming from, dude?
Para sa akin kasi when it comes to yung lore o yung background or kung saan yung origin story, para sa akin closest was Iron Man. Origin story lang to nung yung sa shrapnel dun sa cave, 'di ba? That for
Right.
me that was the closest.
Mm.
Pero the rest of the movie hindi. Pero the origin story itself, yung one-fourth of the movie, okay. Pero when it comes to Captain America, when I said almost,
Yeah.
they actually left out one big scene na dapat nandun, di ba?
Which was?
is
If you remember kung paano namatay si Bucky and si Steve Rogers, di ba? They were both on a missile. Parang
Right,
drone.
right.
Parang siyang drone. And if I remember correctly, BJ, you can correct me on this. I remember correctly, si Steve Rogers was telling Bucky to drop off, let go, basically, no? Ayaw
Yeah,
ni Bucky.
right.
Ang nangyari, nahulog instead si Steve Rogers and Bucky got left dun sa drone na sumabog.
Right.
Tama, di ba? Tama.
Which explains his missing limbs.
Yes, exactly. Ang weird lang, basically si Captain America, sa Antarctica ba nangyari yon based on the comics? Tama ba ako?
Yeah. The missile was supposed to be aimed to the United States, but it fell into the Antarctic.
That's where the story of the movie and the comics picked up na because of the super soldier serum, hindi namatay si Captain America and he basically just cryogenically slept for 70 years. Yun yung almost, no? But ang ganda rin ng pagkagawa nila sa movie. I mean, it was dramatic in such a way na kung paano natalo ni Captain America yung si Red Skull, although, hindi naman kasi talaga siya natalo. Yung mga ganon. Pero ang ganda lang ng pagkagawa sa movie. I like Captain America.
Ang maganda doon sa sinabi ni Chino, like yung pagkakapalit sa comics and the movie, 'di ba? Like let's say you watch it the first time, that's where like the comics comparison makikita, 'di ba? Oh, hindi ganyan yung nangyari sa comics. Ang weird lang, diba? And then later on another movie comes out. That's where they gave it a motivation, like why did it happen, 'di ba?
Right. I was going to say that they devised the movie so well that if you didn't read the comics, you'd actually believe that's what happened. Now, if you read the comics, then you would know that it wasn't what happened, but they make you know that they changed it. Tapos they make up for it in the end. We'll talk about that more later on. Pero si Captain Mike ito, I have an inkling as to what his answer is, but I want you to expound on it more as to why.
Okay, so the obvious answer is Iron Man. Yeah, at least yun yung ko, diba? For me, nakabasa rin ako ng some parts ng comics and then yung cartoons, diba? And comparing them all, mas makikita ko yung realism na nanggaling kay Iron Man versus compared sa iba. I'm not saying they're bad or walang Ang sinasabi ko lang is mas malapit kasi sa reality yung movie ni Iron
sa
Man.
puso mo
Sa comics, sa cartoons and sa movie.
1/4.
Okay, 1/4 we give kahit 1/4 pa yan or 1/2 yan eh. Pero kasi I'm talking about the entire experience as a viewer, as a person who liked the character. Diba? Kasi yun naman at the end of the day, sa lahat ng Marvel characters, it gave me a very good impression na this is when I was a kid, ito yung nakita ko. Tapos ngayon I'm at my age na I understand all everything in life na. Makikita mo to na si Tony Stark, ganito yung gusto ko, ganito pala siya in real life. And the moment a movie sinks into you, particularly a Marvel movie, doon mo masasabi na talagang magiging masaya ka for that.
Right. So I have an idea, ladies and gentlemen. For those people who are watching, I propose a little activity. We're talking about MCU. We're talking about stuff. We're talking about what our favorites were, and obviously there's some divide somewhere out there. The guy wearing the Captain America T-shirt and the guy who wears the Marvel merchandise says it's one. The two guys say it's something. we have to align ourselves here, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're gonna do for you, and what we're gonna do, the four of us, is we are going to create, and we're gonna settle this once and for all, right? And we're not just gonna talk about Captain America, Iron Man, or Thor. We're not just gonna talk about the heroes. We're gonna talk about every single movie from Phase One, not just Phase One, but Phase Two, not just Phase One and Two, but also Phase Three. Every single Marvel movie, yeah, every single movie that was released prior to Phase 4, we will rank. Ha? Pag-usapan natin. Ano ba talaga? What's the deal? What's the lowdown? What's there sitting at the top and what's sitting at the bottom? I think, and this is just a little prediction, ladies and gentlemen, I think it'll be so easy to answer the both ends. Doon po sa gitna kami mag-aaway-away.
Dito masisira ang G, so this will be our last episode.
If you're watching this, this is it. This is how we ruin people's friendship. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. To the tier list of every single Marvel movie out there before Phase 4. And here we go. Ito na mga kaibigan, ito na. All right. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a tier list, a 5-layer tier list with every single Marvel movie ever produced before Phase 4. And we're gonna work our way from the bottom up. Pataas tayo, ah. Let's start off with the things that we find less than enjoyable, or at least the least enjoyable ones, all the way to what we would consider to be the best of the three uh, phases. Yes, Captain Man.
No. I'm just saying it's 6, not 5.
Oh, it's 6. Wow, 6 pala. Nako,
Okay.
eto. Sabi ko nga mga kaibigan, ang usapan sa tuktok at sa ilalim, madali. It's in the middle that will ruin friendships. It's like playing Uno, but without Uno, with Marvel. All right. So let's start it out. Let's start it out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pull up the thing and let's create. So, Captain Mike, can you give us what the tiers are from bottom up?
Okay, so yung nasa tier list natin is from top muna, it's best, and then good, and then likable, and then not okay,
Not okay. Okay.
and then there's meh,
Okay.
and then nope.
All right.
So I changed the names para dito sa tier na to, no, kasi gusto kong may alam mo kagad na you have your personal best. I do, and you guys have, diba? Pero meron kang good, merong likable. Yung likable is parang hindi siya nag-start good on you, pero nung pinanood mo na several times, ano na siya, parang it grow on you. Ganon.
Right.
Tapos yung not okay naman is parang maganda siya nung una mo siya nakita and then it went down the drain.
Right.
Meh, it's like it's more of a neutral thing. Answering meh is like okay.
Oh, so meh is like 50-50.
It's 50-50. Pero it varies from person to person, diba? And then yung
well, it doesn't matter. So what we're gonna do is this. So number 5. Let's start from the top. Okay, let's start from the top.
Okay.
Best is no question. First impression till the end. Done deal. As in, there's nothing you can say wrong about this
deal
movie.
deal. Yeah.
Obviously there is, pero one time you watched it, you wanted to watch it again. Right, and because it's that good. Good would be, it's great. It had some flaws. There's a but it's so neglectable. Now you can let go of the mistakes. Kasi nga sobrang ganda. There are mistakes, but you can let go of them. It's negligible, right? Likeable is that you watched it and you kind of didn't like it, but eventually it grew on you.
Right.
Parang, okay, I can tolerate this now. Parang gana. The first time you watched it or the first few hours of it, medyo nahirapan ka. Pero as time went by, it kind of grew, and the longer time passes, it becomes better and better for you. That's likable, right? Now, for not okay is probably I would say the opposite of likable. The longer you watch it, the longer time passes, the more shit you can say to it. Like, the more na lumalabas yung mga hindi mo gusto. Right? So, klaro tayo dyan, ha? Meh is like, you can't really put whether you like it or not. It's like, Yeah,
Eh.
sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. It's something that you would play on the TV while you're doing something else. It's something as good as white noise.
Mismo.
Acceptable. Ganon lang. You won't pay too much attention to it. You won't ignore it.
Mm-mm.
It's fine, right? Nope is like no matter what you do to it, you will always have more wrong things to say about this thing. Even if you watch it multiple times, the same thing is the same output is the same results. You never liked it. It's you have more things negative to say about what this movie is. There are merits, of course, but the longer it takes for you to consume it, the more you consume it, the worse it becomes. Yun ang last natin, no? That's what we're gonna do. So, starting off with, um, sirain natin ang pagkakaibigan natin dito mga kaibigan. Our friendship ends tonight. Where we'll start off with the thing we hate, not really hate. So, okay, the lowest tier. Doon tayo sa lowest tier. What would you consider to be what's the name of the lowest tier nga? How do you say?
It's nope. Nope.
No. What is of all of these movies?
Pwede ba natin palitan yung lowest tier?
Anong nalagay natin?
What would you say?
Kolya.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Yes,
Or,
yes,
or,
yes.
or Kolyang sucks.
Yes, yes,
It,
Korean
compa- it, it encompasses everything.
Yeah. There you go.
That we
There's
hate.
nothing good you can say
Nothing
about this
good.
thing.
Kasi
Sige,
literal
sige.
wala.
Sige.
Right.
Ang hirap nun.
At
Yeah.
least we agreed on it na apat tayo, it's gonna be sucks. Okay, sige.
Yeah,
We'll take that.
right. Okay. Sige. All right. Let's start off with that one. Which one of all these movies, and there are 23 movies, would
No,
you
we
put?
what about we start from
Phase
let's
one.
say phase 1, like
Yeah,
timeline
yeah.
by timeline, then
Oh.
we decide what
Sige,
year we
sige.
put
Mas
them.
maganda yun. Mas maganda yun.
Mas talagang gusto niyo makasiraan ng pagkakaibigan ng long
Yes.
term. Yung sa akin,
Mm.
short term lang ang siraan ko. Pwede pang
Yeah.
mahilot. Pero sige, long term, kalimutan ng paano. Sulian ng kandila. Phase 1. Alright? And phase 1, ladies and gentlemen, would only include Iron Man, released in May 28, 2008.
Mm-mm.
The Incredible Hulk, June 2008. Iron Man 2, which is May of 2010. Thor, 2011 of May also. Captain America, the First Avenger, which was July 22nd of 2011. And of course, Marvel's The Avengers, May 4th, 2012, released. Yung anim lang na movie. Sakto, anim siya. Anim din sila. Sige. Let's start with phase 1. Since it was your recommendation, Kagawad, Raven Eyes, why don't we start? I'm
Iron
gonna
Man?
say, we're gonna start off with Iron Man. Okay. Iron Man. Saan siya?
Kolyang sucks.
Oh, we start off with a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Kolyang sucks.
Okay, Iron Man he says Iron Man is Kolyang sucks level. Notch, what about you?
No, I
Okay,
mean, where do you put Iron Man though?
Where do you put Iron Man muna?
Okay. Iron Man muna. Okay. Iron Man is
Ito, combative talaga attitude nito.
hindi. Iron Man for me would be ano yung third tier?
Not okay.
Hindi.
Hindi, yung third tier.
Best
third.
third. Likable.
Likeable.
Best good likable.
Likeable, yeah, likeable.
Oh, really? Wow, so polarizing. Okay.
Yeah, likeable, yeah.
Ito, si Cap.
Iron Man, para sa akin, it's best.
Nako, mga kaibigan, ang lalayo.
Kolyang sucks!
I
Wow.
actually think okay, don't worry. We're doing this in round up or round down.
Yeah.
Kasi syempre, obviously, for example, may best tapos may good. Tapos tatlo kami best, isa good. Edi round off majority wins, okay? Depending on the tier. Yeah, the first 3 are the
Right.
pluses, the last 3 are the minuses, okay? So si Kagawa nilagay siya sa Kolyang Sunks level, which is of course the lowest tier. Notch put Iron Man in the likable.
Yeah, likeable. Kasi, basically, that's the third, that's the third tier.
Okay.
And
Basta
yun
nasa
yung
plus.
Basta nasa plus
range.
side siya. Yeah.
Okay. Cap the plus side siya. Plus side. Obviously, it's the best. I'd actually put it at not okay at most. At best, I'd put it at not okay. And
At
here's
best?
why. Okay. Here's why. Okay. And I never told you the reason why, kanina. Here's why. It started the entire thing. I agree. It created a new Nick Fury in Samuel L. Jackson, which I like.
Yes.
Ultimates.
Yes, based from the Ultimates. Yeah,
Right,
that
right.
was based from the Ultimates.
But here's my gripe with Iron Man the movie. I never at the first instances, and I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, which is now acceptable na siya. I never saw it as Tony Stark. I saw it as Robert Downey Jr. That Tony Stark is RDJ, and it became a Robert Downey Jr. Too much, more than an Iron Man movie. It was to me it looked like it was a Robert Downey Jr. movie than a movie about Tony Stark. Because that's how Robert Downey Jr. really is to me. I mean, ganun talaga siya eh. He's very Tony Stark. So, I'd say I'd put it in the not okay thing because the only thing I liked about it is the end credit. Obadiah Stane, the Ironmonger, is such a obscure thing. It's obscure villain. There was no mention to the Mandarin, and when I saw him talking to Nick Fury at the end, it's about the Avengers initiative. Ay, yun na, nagustuhan ko na. Pero I say more things, so I would say not okay. So paano ba yan? Una pa lang, hati na tayo.
Ako, I'm medyo partial ako sa Iron Man movies kasi I have a reason kung bakit ganun. For me.
Is it personal or so it's
No,
a personal thing?
It's a personal thing. It's a nerd kind of yung comic book nerd thing for me.
Eh ako din, paano yun? I put it in that level because of also from the nerdiness that I have. Paano yun? Kasi okay, ang magtatalo dito, kaming dalawa ni Notch. Kasi si Kagawad tsaka si Kapitan, polar opposite eh.
Oo nga, totoo yan.
Ang magtitip ng balance, tayong dalawa. Okay? So, I would still say, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it was that good. I think na at best, white noise. At best, white noise.
Wow, white noise.
I somewhat agree with BJ, like not okay, like I somewhat agree with that then. So
Yeah, actually, my point ka dun, BJ. I mean, I'd go to where your tier is. Only because for me, it wasn't about Robert Downey Jr. For me, kasi he was the perfect Tony Stark. He may not get the he may not get the actual personality, pero he made it himself eh. Kumbaga,
yeah,
he embodied it eh. He embodied it eh.
yes.
The thing that I didn't like though was the flow of the movie compared to what the comic says.
Pero kasi
There's no flow.
the thing
Cap,
is,
there is no flow.
back in the day, that was the one of
Okay,
the
Mike. Yeah, I wanna hear Mike's statement. Why is
Sige,
it the
sige.
best?
Why is it the best of MCU?
Oo nga.
Phase one.
And not because you're a fan. Because that's too obvious, man.
obvious
Sobrang
na.
obvious,
I've
bro.
been telling it to everyone na I'm an avid Iron Man fan. Ang sinasabi ko lang is, as a viewer, this is one of the, ito yung nag-start ng entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. It started with Iron Man.
Mhm.
Yun yung never mind
That's why the movie wasn't that good.
because back in the
Because
day,
it started with
Hindi.
that.
back in the day, they were
Chill, Louie, chill.
Hindi. Chino
Oh.
maybe proving his point eh. Kumbaga kung yun yung trip niya, di ba? Same din kung ano yung trip ko. But my defense here is, first movie to eh. It was supposed to be a downright flop.
No, it wasn't actually.
It
No,
wasn't.
it wasn't.
Di ba?
No, it wasn't, Cap. It wasn't.
It,
Yeah, it
people
wasn't.
a flop.
It wasn't
People
projected to be a flop.
It
It
was
It
wasn't
wasn't
projected
supposed to be a
to be a
flop. It wasn't.
for a very
Good vibes,
first
good
movie,
vibes, good vibes.
for a very first movie na syempre may trial and error pa
Alcohol.
yan. They're trying to test the waters pa. Gusto nila makita yung impact ng viewers. Again, first movie.
Okay.
If the Iron Man movie was during phase 2 pa siguro, the production team, probably the script writers, the director may have envisioned a different thing kasi meron na silang natutunang mga mistakes sa mga previous movies eh.
Okay.
So, yun nga yung point ko. Sinasabi ko, it was projected to be a flop, pero it became one of the most loved Marvel movies.
right.
And
One of the
To the
most
fact-
successful, Cap. One of the most successful. It
To-
was
to-
not conceived as a flop, as in sobrang successful niya, sobrang daming nagsasabi na sobrang galing ni Robert Downey.
In fact,
Yes.
just to give Cap some credit and his love for Tony Stark, a lot of the Iron Man movie components were actually lifted and brought up into the comics.
Mm-mm.
Tony Stark in the comics now more resembles RDJ.
Yeah, agree. The personality-wise, no?
Correct. The black Nick Fury actually now looks like Samuel L. Jackson in the comics. If you now take a look at the first instances of the Ultimates,
Yeah.
hindi pa siya mukhang Samuel. Ngayon, Samuel L. Jackson na talaga. And
Actually, kay Samuel L. Jackson nga binasi yun yung sa Ultimates.
right.
Natawa ako. Naalala ko lang, there was this issue I was reading. Si Norman Osborn, they made him look like Robert De Niro. Ay, Tommy Lee Jones. They made him look like Tommy Lee Jones.
Talaga.
Bira.
So again, it's okay, but I would have to say that it's the narrative of the story. It's too much of an RDJ. Obadiah Stane. Kasi ang daming parts ng Iron Man na they crammed all into one movie. His origin, the warmonger, the creation of Mark II, the introduction of Rhodey, intro to Demon in a, di ba? Demon in a Bottle almost came out.
And the corny line na, next time, baby.
Yeah,
cringy, man.
Right,
Sobrang cringy nun, promise.
So that to me, I would do it while I'm washing the dishes after I fed my kids for a midnight snack. I'd play it on the background. That's what I would do. I would still choose to play it. You have to understand. I will have to choose it to play it on the background. So it's still a choice. So I would say I put it on not okay.
Uy ka pa, ako I put it on the back habang nagtatrabaho ako. Pero I do that for most of the movies that I watch. So kahit Captain America man yan.
Get away
nasa
from
Iron Man pa lang tayo, marami pa tayo.
Oo nga, dami mong sinasabi. Dami na sinasabi.
Disinfect. Be careful you don't step on the
so
bullshit.
Iron Man, not okay?
Not okay. I would say not okay.
Chino?
Yeah, ako not okay ako din.
Ako din, not okay na din ako. Si Mike lang ang best, so not okay.
By the way, we are keeping our own tiers. So might as well kayo i-save niyo yung screenshot ng mga tiers niyo. Para yung personal niya. But this is the official G3 collective.
Yung official natin is not okay, but ako I still put him as likable kasi nga there are reasons that why I like it.
Okay.
Ilan yung roles sa'yo, Mike? Ilan?
It's 6.
6?
So it's teka. Hold on. Let me just
Yang sucks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Call yang sa.
Yan ang actually nasa screen ngayon eh. What they're watching now.
After ng before na Call Yang sucks is
Meh.
Meh.
Before Cole Young sucks, meh.
Okay.
Gotcha, and then the rest are fine. All right, now let's move on to movie number 2 of MCU Phase 1, The Incredible Hulk. This time, let's start with Captain Mike. Captain Mike, where would you put it?
Okay. Good question.
Have you watched it though?
I did, pero once. Para lang malaman ko lang na... okay, so ganito pala yung approach na yung kay Incredible Hulk, diba?
Okay.
Tapos hindi ko na siya inulit. Again, considering not the comics, but the experience as a viewer, I would say for me, it's meh.
Okay, meh. All right. Sige, ikaw, Notch. Mamaya ate pagtalunan yun. Ikaw, Notch.
Wala. Cole Young sucks talaga. I mean, he's the lowest for me.
Okay.
Yeah, he mentioned that early.
Sa akin, Call Yang sucks din. Call Yang sucks.
Yeah.
Hindi kaya maging trending si Cole Young neto. Sige, Cole Young sucks sana yun.
Hashtag Cole Young sucks. Ako, I would actually put it at meh. Not too bad, not the worst, but I'll put it at meh. Simply because I like the fact that Hulk used the cars to bash the Abomination's head with. And it's the Abomination. It's the Hulk enemy for me.
Yeah. Agree. I agree.
I mean, who else would you pit against the Hulk other than fanfare, right? I mean,
Someone his own size. Diba?
someone bigger than him. So,
Hmm.
you know, Abomination. And then he used the fucking cars to, play cymbals with it. So, I'd put
Yes.
it at meh. But everything else about it, though, Liv Tyler, fucking Edward Norton
Yeah,
turning.
Liv Tyler as Betty Brant, hindi talaga siya pumatok sa akin. I mean,
Mas gusto ko si
iba eh.
Jennifer Connelly. Mas
Agree.
gusto ko si Jennifer
Oo, ako
Connelly.
rin.
I'll tell you the best character there, though. General Thaddeus Bolt.
Oo
Yeah,
naman.
Oh yeah.
Number one, no one else would play the character for me. He's like J. Jonah Jameson for me, man. The son of a bitch has to be in every movie, and it has to be played by by that actor. And his General Ross Thunderbolt is spot on, spot on. That's why I wouldn't put him at worst. So sige, ako me kami ni Kapitan, pero at least agree that it's a negative, right?
Medyo,
Right.
Biruin.
Pinagbigyan
So,
mo lang
do
ng
we-
konti. Ganon.
So ano,
And you know,
ilalagay mo
may sabihin lang ako, ito lang sa mga nanonood sa viewers natin. You might be wondering like why we're not seeing an Incredible Hulk movies, di ba? Like what about the Incredible Hulk? Bakit isa lang siya? Let me tell you why. So first, Universal Studios has the distribution rights. Until now, they still have it. Until now. And Disney wants to keep everything on their own, di ba? Like they agreed na to feature Hulk in other movies as long as hindi siya solo movie. Diba? Yeah, because once they do a solo movie, kailangan hati sila ng Universal doon sa distribution. Diba? Same way with Spider-Man and Sony, diba? Yung situation. Diba? And that's why nung around 2008, 2009, every time I go to Universal Studios, there's this big ass Hulk statue there na, alam mo yung pang theme park, diba? Si Hulk ang main attraction nila dati, diba? And I'm always wondering like, where are the other Avengers? Bakit si Hulk lang yung nandyan? So that's the reason why we're not seeing. However, that only goes to Hulk. Pero the reason why Disney is making the She-Hulk movie is because it's not Hulk. It's not Incredible Hulk.
Because it's
Yeah,
She-Hulk.
yun yung loophole nila. Yun yung loophole. So there's this, like hindi mag-agree ang Universal at Disney sa ng Hulk. Kaya hindi nila ma-feature yung mga gusto. Kasi to be fair, Incredible Hulk, hindi siya yung nabigyan ng fair treatment sa buong MCU.
Correct.
Diba?
Correct.
Yeah, because there's a lot of good Hulk story, like yung Planet Hulk, yung diba? Yung Red Hulk, tsaka ang dami, man. Yeah, tsaka diba? He's supposed to be like the strongest Marvel, diba?
Correct.
Diba? Doon sa MCU na yon, diba? Like he's supposed to be the one, diba? So yun, Universal and the Disney. That's the reason why we're not seeing that. So yun.
Okay. So, all right. Except, so we all agree. Tama ba, Gino? We all agree. We'll put it at meh.
Yeah. Meh na lang.
I'd still want to put it at Cole Young sucks, pero okay.
Teka muna, bakit hindi Korean sucks ang pinili mo?
Ako?
Cole Young sucks yung pinili ko eh.
Okay, so
Diba?
sige, if you were what will make you change your mind?
Is there anything that can change your mind to put it
Yes,
at the worst?
kung nireboot nila.
Akala ko sabihin na yes, if they didn't do the shit at all.
Oo.
Yes, I actually agree with that statement, BJ. Like if they didn't do that shit at all, that's the best statement for
I would
this
have
movie.
given it a fucking ranking higher than Cole Young sucks.
I was
If
expecting
they didn't
Ako,
do it.
I mean, for me kasi imposibleng magkaroon ng Avengers movie without the Hulk. Para sa akin, it's impossible. So, talagang dapat nila gawin. But, ang problema kasi is, parang gumawa sila ng sequel to the Eric Bana movie that they forgot to tell the story, the exact story kung paano, how it is, di ba? At ginawa na nila kaagad na naging nomad na agad si Bruce Banner. Alam mo yun, naging haunted na siya kaagad. sobrang layo ng skip eh. Aside from Liv Tyler, aside from Edward Norton, wala eh.
I thought na Liv
This is
Tyler
meant to
lang.
be a reboot. Yeah,
It's
this is meant
supposed
to be a reboot.
Yeah.
Oo, pero ang haba
Yung
lang
jump off
talaga
point,
kasi
mali.
like has the movie itself like for the movie itself, ang haba lang ng setup niya for the real
Diba?
battle. Oo, yun lang talaga.
Shit,
Ang
now come to
sulit.
think of it,
It's boring.
come to think of it, I wanna lower the thing, pero,
What's
sige,
keeping it from me? What's keeping it in me?
Yeah.
my Kolyang sucks movie. that's what's keeping it clear.
Motherfucker, alam ko yan. Thor. Alam ko kung bakit. Ulul ka.
Huli.
Oh, sige, let's keep it at meh for now, and then we'll talk about it later. Yes, keep it at meh. Keep it up
Okay,
next.
sige.
Ito na. Up next, the third movie is Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Oh!
Okay. Iron Man 2. Okay. Dito ngayon tayo kay
man!
Dito ngayon tayo kay Notch magsimula ngayon. Sige.
Puta, one of the worst movies of the MCU. Damn it. Meh for me. Definitely. Kasi dahil
really?
dahil si Incredible Hulk na yung Cole Young sucks eh. Pero interchangeable sila.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right. So you put Iron Man 2 at meh. All right.
Because mainly because of Whiplash. And mainly because of how they made him. Paano nila in-introduce si War Machine? How they introduced Devil in the Bottle? It was the whole thing. It was all jam-packed. It was all jam-packed in one stupid movie na sobrang pinilit
I
nila.
didn't even feel the demon in a bottle, di ba?
Exactly. This one house party na yun, di ba? No, it was supposed to be a bigger thing than
Series,
that.
longer periods ng Devil in a Bottle experience eh. Hindi
It's
ko
still cap. They shouldn't have put it there. They shouldn't have put it there. That's what I'm saying. Whiplash, dapat wala si Whiplash doon. Di ba?
Okay.
Right.
Mandarin
Sige.
was supposed to be there. Pero mamaya natin pag-usapan yung Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Sige. Ikaw, Kagawad, ikaw naman.
Well, actually, I put it as not okay.
Oh, really? A little bit higher.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because this is where I enjoyed the Tony Stark. The Tony Stark better than, like forget about like what happened in the whole movie. Dito mas na-establish yung personality ni Tony Stark. Like there's a promise like dito siya naging legit na Tony Stark na. Not Robert Downey Jr. anymore. Dito na siya naging Tony Stark talaga. Nagkaroon ng humor yung movie itself. Besides, like the comparison to the comics, like the whole movie itself is, enjoyable but not like the best, like not like, so I put it as not okay because of, like I said, like Chino said, yung demon in a bottle.
Yeah.
Diba? Yeah, I was disappointed by that.
Yeah.
Kasi the whole demon in a bottle itself is a whole movie na talaga dapat yun eh.
Dapat.
It deserves its own. It even deserves its own fucking series. If Loki got his, you want an Iron Man TV show on Disney Plus, Demon in a Bottle. No question.
Actually, alam mo, pwede nila
basically his
pagsabayan.
Joker, di ba?
Pwede nila pagsabayan, Demon in a Bottle and Armor Wars.
Armor Wars. So
Pwede nila pagsabayan yun. I mean, in one movie yun, pwede yun.
Right.
Okay. So let's go to Cap. Cap, this is the second Iron Man. Where would you put it?
Oh, gandang tanong to eh. Kasi yung isa parang best eh, highest rank. Alam mo yan, I have the utmost respect for the movie back then, 2008, no? Pero for this one, it's gonna be not okay for me. Kasi...
Not okay. Okay.
Oo.
Okay.
One of the reasons is parang yung direction ng movie is like, hindi mo alam kung saan siya talaga pupunta. Alam mo na, again, speaking as a viewer, makikita mo si Iron Man, he's going through something.
Mm-hmm.
Alam mo na may issue na siya sa sarili niya, pero meron din siyang makalaban, pero parang
He was dying at the movie.
oo, kasi
He was getting poisoned.
Ang challenge lang dito is hindi ko ba na feel na sino ba talaga yung tanong na sino ba talaga ang tunay niyang kalaban dito? Was it himself? Was it Whiplash? 'Di ba? Yung parang ganoon eh. Parang mas gusto ko kasi na alam ko yun na movie kailangan mo maraming conflict, 'di ba? Pero when it's scattered all over the place, sana finokus na lang nila yung yung demon in a bottle in himself. Yung mga pinagdaanan niya, how he was being a jerk and all. For me, it's not okay. Pero not to the sucks level. I'm saving it for for a specific movie.
It's okay not to be okay.
Sige.
I would actually put it at May.
Okay.
May mekane.
May na ba ako?
Oo.
nga pala si Hawk. Okay, sige,
Hindi,
fine.
can,
Not okay.
you know, kahit maging repeat yan kung ano yung ano ninyo, okay lang yan. Okay lang yan.
I could
Kahit
actually
mag-repeat
put it at either ang hirap kasi nung Kolyang sucks ko eh.
Wag mo na i-save.
No,
Sasalbahin
actually,
ko yung Kolyang socks mo.
Okay, fine. Sige, I'll put it The Incredible Hulk was worse than this movie because I like what's his name? What's the actor's name? Si Whiplash.
For Whiplash?
Si Rourke. Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. I love Mickey Rourke, man.
Mickey Rourke is good, actually.
Mickey Rourke is good. He just didn't make sense for me. And even he himself said he hated playing the character and he wouldn't want to do it again. And then you have the Justin Hammer, who's also there, right? And yeah, there's too many plot lines. And then it's really more of yung final scene nila when they had to fight off the drones. That's probably the only enjoyable thing out of there. But it made Iron Man look weak. If you have to go up against somebody who's less armored than you and almost beat the shit out of you. You know that scene when they in the race car scene when Whiplash came out for the first time, he had nothing but electric tubes. He's almost naked. He only has his pants on, and he still managed to throw Iron Man off the ground, off his feet. It just made Iron Man look weak for me until all the way until the end of the movie. So sure, I was gonna put it at me, pero I'd agree with you as something that's not okay, simply because I like Mickey Rourke and Don Cheadle redeemed himself to be War Machine.
Oh, yeah.
He redeemed himself as War Machine.
May comment ako. Actually, I actually have a comment with Don Cheadle, pero, yun lang. I don't wanna...
Okay.
Burn the bridge already?
To be fair, I was disappointed that it wasn't that they changed it to Don Cheadle because I'm not a huge fan of changing actors for the character. Pero bandang huli kasi his comedic side is, sabi nga ni Almond kanina, that's where RDJ started to become Tony Stark, and it wasn't Tony Stark being RDJ the last movie. Ito, nagiging Tony Stark na siya. Tom Cheadle kind of gave the comedy
Complemented.
and it put that so well into the movie that I kind of liked him more than the movie itself. So it's Mickey Rourke and Don Cheadle to me. So fine.
Ako sabihin ko lang sa akin, kay Don Cheadle kasi I don't see him as a badass. Rhodey's a badass. Kaya nga siya si War Machine.
Right.
Diba? He was a badass. Pero, well, tama naman kasi Don Cheadle actually created his own version of
Correct.
James Rhodes.
His own James Rhodes.
Yeah. Which became okay. Which became very acceptable, actually.
Right.
No? He is still no Rhodey for me in the comics, pero he is his own Rhodey and I like it.
Right. Ako, my trick here is, and maybe since we're already halfway through MCU, my trick here is I always base it on the climax scene. If I would stop what I'm doing for the climax scene, it's positive. I wouldn't stop it for Hulk. I mean, really. I mean,
There's
he
a disclaimer.
choked out the Abomination, and basically he made him say uncle. Really? Motherfucker, he just stabbed you with his... Anyway, next movie, ladies and gentlemen. Next movie. Eto tayo. The next movie that came out in MCU Phase 1, Thor.
Hoy! Sasalbay ko yan.
Fucking Thor, man. And I want to start this one. All right? Give this to me. All right. I want to start on this one because I was more excited to see Thor than Captain America. Because I already love Captain America. I never really appreciated Journey into Mystery before when I was a kid because he's too Shakespearean, and I really didn't like the costumes of the Asgardians in the comic books. And so I was looking forward to a 21st century Thor played by Chris Hemsworth. He looked like Thor. And look, Loki's gonna be there, one of my favorite villains of all time. So that's great, right? I don't remember the fucking story. Like it turned out to be a Mexican soap opera of brothers having to fight over their daddy with daddy issues, and they broke the Bifrost. Like, really, motherfucker, you break a goddamn rainbow bridge with your ham? Really? So Cole sucks for me. Next person, please.
Ako
Let's
na,
next.
ako na, ako na.
Sige, sige, sige.
Ako na.
Maybe nice.
Ah,
Maybe nice. Sorry.
Yeah, Cole Young
Sorry,
sucks. I put this movie sa Cole Young sucks. Because
Okay.
like BJ said, like I don't know what the fuck happened to this movie. Like I don't even remember it. Like I don't know like who is the main villain. Like besides Loki, di ba? Pero sino yung kinalaban talaga ni Thor doon? Like beside yung malaking, di ba? Thor 1 yun, di ba?
Destroyer. The Destroyer.
Oo, yung parang
You don't even
Parang
remember
dude, like-
the opponent, diba?
parang eto God tong bida, tapos syempre you would see villains na talagang a threat, 'di ba? It's supposed to be a threat all the time.
Right.
Pero dito parang what the fuck is this? 'Di ba?
You know what? You know what? This speaks to me on a personal level kasi he's a prodigal son. And I happen to be, my father's prodigal. This is a fucking Lion King movie, all right? We're talking about Simba with powers. And Hawkeye was introduced. It was supposed to be a good thing. Hawkeye was introduced there. They squandered the Donald Blake personality. And you're right. You don't know what the main issue was. Anyway, Notch, sorry, go ahead. Sige.
Yeah, tapos na ako dun. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
William
Notch,
sucks.
ikaw.
Ako kasi the next lowest one for me was not likable. So I'd put Thor there. Pero it fits yung sa not likable only because, and sabi
Wait,
ko
not okay?
masasabi ko
Not
to.
okay? Meaning?
Not okay pala, not okay.
Okay. Sige,
Only
sige.
because, sabihin mo na natin yung mga negatives niya para masaya.
Ah.
Unang-una sa lahat, ang pangit ng flow ng story, sobrang pangit. I mean, you have the sibling rivalry, ganyan. You have the revelation na si Loki ay hindi pala tong anak ni Odin. You have that, which is part of the comics, the real origin story. Sige, nandun na tayo. He breaks the fucking Bifrost. He fights the fucking destroyer. Odin has a destroyer. Ano ba? How they introduced Mjolnir. There was no Donald Blake.
There
Actually,
was
yun yung
There was.
one line.
There
One
was
line,
no
that's all.
Donald Blake /
Character.
Thor.
There's
Yes,
no
the
character.
character
Diba?
Donald Blake wala.
He
It's
was
more like an Easter
X.
egg Donald Blake.
Oo.
Right.
He was an
right.
ex of Natalie Portman, di ba? Yung sinasabi niya, no? Ano pa ba? I didn't like how they introduced Hawkeye. Hindi ko napansin si Hawkeye doon. Nung sinasabi mo na
Actually, hindi ko
na-introduce si
nga
Hawkeye,
matandaan na doon si Hawkeye.
inisip ko, saan pinakita si Hawkeye doon?
And he was when he
So,
was trying
yeah.
to lift the
Then
hammer.
then I remembered, okay, yun pala. When he rushed in to get the hammer, diba? That's it. Diba? The good things is Natalie Portman. Sobrang good sa akin.
Okay.
Natalie Portman.
Okay.
Mababaw man, pero I like the comedy behind it. I like the comedy behind it. Kung sino man yung artista ni Sif, I like Sif. I like the Sif actress. And then Idris Elba was there.
Heimdall, yeah.
Dude, he's the best in that movie.
Diba? He was.
Yeah. Fucking
Sobrang
love Idris
lupit.
Elba,
Sobrang
man.
lupit. And then, that's it, basically.
I just want to say that Idris Elba is there. Anthony fucking Hopkins is there.
Anthony Hopkins,
And-
yeah, exactly. Yung nga pala.
And that's why it made it worse for me because you have these great actors. One of my favorite unscripted scenes was in Thor. Yung sinagawa ni Anthony Hopkins si Chris what's his name? Si Loki. Yung he's trying to plead kunwari na wag palayasin si Thor, and then Anthony Hopkins just yelled at him. That look on his face was a legitimate what the fuck is going on because he doesn't know what's going on. So that's why I hated it because there's so much potential lost. Anyway, sorry, Captain Mike, go ahead.
Medyo naano ako dun sige, I would go...
Wait, did you put it high? That's fine. Say it.
No.
Say it, and then I'll friendly
maapektuhan sa amin.
Hindi ako
Huwag ka
naapektuhan sa
mapektuhan
inyo.
sa amin. Huwag ka
Ibablock
mapektuhan
kita.
sa amin.
Ibablock kita sa Facebook.
Hey, that's my line, Ate KBJ. It's meh for me.
Oh, it's meant for you? All right.
Parang,
We can be friends.
sige,
It's okay.
hindi kasi, again, we're talking about someone
Dapat si Mike pala una natin tinatanong,
who jumped in who jumped
Moving
in from the
forward, moving forward.
comics to the movies, diba? You consider the special effects, you consider the overall experience. Kasi yung story niya parang too dramatic for me dun sa pero may mga action scenes din pero I was expecting more. Pero
More than Thor crushing the Bifrost.
hindi kasi syempre we're talking about Thor as pinapakita natin, ini-introduce natin yung character na to the audience eh. The audience who has no idea who this guy is. And for me, nung bata ako, nakita ko si Thor sa comics, nakita ko si Thor sa movies, sa cartoons. Somewhat may idea na ako na parang ito yung maganda ba yung execution niya. Maganda yung execution niya, medyo na ano lang ako doon sa story. Pag inintroduce si Hawkeye, which is, hindi ko nga in-expect, akala ko it was just a special guest. Tapos, that's it, diba? So, wala siyang reaction, wala siyang grand reaction for me. So, it's a meh.
Okay, fine. I say Kagawa and I agree it's Cole Young sucks level, right? Not you put it at not okay.
Only because, nakuha na yung lower tiers ko. So,
hindi, alam ko kasi
pero,
Natalie Portman changing
Natalie Portman saved it, man. Definitely. Ako para sa akin, I can't stop looking at Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay. So what? Do we keep it at Cole Young sucks or do we elevate it to me? Since may dalawang humihila pataas.
Ako, Cole Young sucks ako talaga. Kasi I don't even remember what happened to this fucking movie.
I'm still there.
Does not have the biggest impact kaya sucks talaga yung ano. So, I guess sa consensus dahil kumbaga majority win sa pag-uusapan.
Dalawa kayo magkaiba kayo no? Although the good thing is we're generally thinking that it sucks. Generally, it's a negative movie, right?
It's a negative
so we'll
movie.
keep it at the worst. We'll keep it at the worst for now. And then we'll discuss later. Okay, up next. Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oof.
All right, Captain
Can
Mike.
I start?
Captain
Captain Mike muna.
Captain America. Ikaw kasi naka-t-shirt ka. Captain Mike, what about Captain America?
For me, it's gonna be good. It's a good movie for me. Inintroduce si Captain America dito from the beginning. Maganda yung pagka-execute nila nung costume, nung shield.
Oh, look. Our first positive entry. Sige, go ahead.
I know. Kaya nga ito na, pataas na siyang ganun and then everything goes down the drain. Diba? Pero yung paggamit kay Captain America paggamit nila dito kay Captain America the First Avenger is introducing him na ito na yung kumbaga start of everything na dito na magsa-start ang Avengers eh.
Right.
Kaya for me it's a good reason na kaya good din na sila like to begin with. Parang ito na yung start eh. Parang this is the start of pataas na.
This is the start of something new.
Right.
So,
okay.
So
Sige. Kagawad?
Man, Captain America. Let me tell you this. I was, never a fan of Captain America. He was just an okay superhero, like nothing really special. Kasi I hate patriotic, superheroes talaga,
Kung nagtatanong po kayo, si Almond po, ang alignment niyan, chaotic neutral. O kaya...
chaotic evil.
No, hindi, like, as a teenager, diba, syempre nandun ka sa stage ng rebelde ka, diba, na you're more into anti-heroes, diba, mga ganun. Captain America, the First Avenger, I put it as best.
The best for you. Top.
Yes.
Okay.
Top. It is one of the best MCU movies. Like, until now, pag pinapanood ko siya, like, I never get tired of it. Like, everything about this movie for me, like, it's just so perfect, man. Like, as a superhero movie, like, like, you look at the Captain America origins and, the history. Like, this is, like, the best way for me, like, to tell it, talaga. And Chris Evans as Captain America, dude, galing. Ang galing.
Spot
Tsaka
on,
si Peggy Carter. Yeah, Peggy Carter. Galing din. Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I put this one sa best.
All right. Notch?
Well, ako best talaga. I mean, aside from that one scene na sinabi ko kanina, they actually got it correct for me. Kahit yung paghulog ni Bucky doon sa trend na alam naman natin mali, it became, I accepted it because it was so good in how they did it, no?
Ako, I was gonna put it
Don't
at
tell me
first.
Avengers best.
No.
Oh!
For me, I was gonna put it. I was gonna put it at good at first.
Mhm.
But then again, the only reason why I'm so obviously this is going to be the best for me also. And the only reason why I really love the Avengers because number one, that's a culmination of Phase One. I like the turnaround scene. Although the big baddie there it had a lot of fan service. Pero Captain America kasi, he was portrayed well. Compared to the other characters that you've seen before, none of them felt strong as who they should be. Thor was purposely put weak. You don't know where Hulk came from. Iron Man took 2 movies to finally get who he is. But in one movie, Captain America was portrayed to be the Captain fucking America. That fight scene in the alley nung payat pa siya. Nung after the transformation, he became, Captain America, Chris Evans, buff guy, and he ran after a taxi. These are all callbacks from the original 1940s comics, and he does everything at peak human condition. And the
Alam mo
scene that he
bakit? Alam mo
huh?
bakit? Alam
Bakit?
mo bakit? Kasi he's Captain America.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to explain why he can do these things. Oh my God. Tapos, tapos, and he also has again one of my favorite villains. Of course, he could not go wrong with fucking Red Skull.
Of course.
And it has a good start. It had great action scenes, and it actually played out as an action movie more than a superhero movie for me. Tommy Lee Jones was there, is fine. So hindi ganun ka siya star-studded, although nandun si Tommy Lee Jones. But it carried the ship for me. And Avengers is just icing on the cake.
Mhm.
To me, kompleto na eh. So,
Hmm.
might as well, mag-Avengers ka na. And that's why I'm putting it at best also. Captain America is at best because it finally sealed the deal for everything. And Avengers, it made Avengers look like an eventuality rather than something that you have to watch out for. It's Captain America did everything. And it tied everything up and astig talaga. Astig man. And yeah.
It-
So there. Best.
Imagine mo yung
Yes.
no? Imagine mo yung pressure na nakuha ng mga producers na to, directors na to when they were trying to launch the Captain
Oh,
America
dude.
movie, 'di ba?
Captain America is the most well-known superhero, Marvel superhero. Aside from, I guess, Iron Man, I don't know, Amazing Spider-Man, 'di ba? Kasi buhay na siya, 50s
Yes.
pa lang eh.
Oo.
I mean, the
40s.
actual comics, 40s ba?
lang.
40s yun. No?
40s,
Earlier pa pala eh.
And they were like probably saying na Marvel you better not fuck this up. Ganun siguro yung iniisip nila. Kaya the pressure was real talaga for the production team.
Yeah,
Yung ginawa nila tong Captain America
sana-
na to.
Sana sinabi rin nila yan sa DCU, no? Tangina si
sana
Superman yan, man. Don't fuck it up. No. Gonna
No,
do the
no.
same shit.
We will set expectations low and deliver even less. And somehow they managed to disappoint you still. Anyway.
Imagine the people anticipating that there's other comic spectrum na parang hihira
Right,
naman
right.
kayo. We expected this.
Correct. Okay, sige. So, last movie on the list is Avengers. Of course, that was released in May, the last movie to conclude the Phase 1 set of movies. Let's start off with Captain Mike. Where would you put the Avengers?
Talagang,
Avengers 1, for the very first one.
One, again, I put this at best.
You put it at the top. Okay.
Oo.
Okay.
Kasi nagsama-sama na sila eh. Alam mo yun. Ito na, magkakakilala na sila lahat. Parang dito tinest yung chemistry ng real life superheroes in the movie. The expectation ng viewers like myself is kailangan maganda kalalabasan nito. Kailangan makita natin kung paano collaboration ng mga to. Kasi normally, for me, pagbigatin yung mga set ng movie actors and actresses, they won't jive at some point eh. Pero dito, nagustuhan ko yung chemistry nila probably because they were portraying their characters well. Again, that's just a me thing, pero yun yung reason kung bakit siya best for me.
Okay. Sige, this time it's Notch to go second. Notch, Avengers. Marvel's the Avengers.
Good for me, good.
Good. Okay.
May mga pros and cons din yun eh. Let me just start with the cons. Di ko nagustuhan yung costume ni Captain America dito. I mean,
Oh, what?
It's
mas
the
gusto ko yung
America's
costume.
ass.
Mas gusto ko yung
Oh, go.
costume niya sa first Avenger.
Alam mo,
Definitely.
yung America's Ass na yan, that was the what saved the costume for me. I never saw Captain America. You know what I saw? A fucking Power Ranger. That's what I saw. Fucking Power Ranger that's late for the fucking pose. That costume was horrible. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
He did.
Uh, they did. I actually did the story right somehow. Low key.
Yeah, Loki. Yeah.
Unfortunately, pinilit nilang ipasok yung Chitauri, but nasalba naman kasi yon because of Thanos. No, na alam mo na may mangyayari because of Thanos eh. 'Di ba?
Oh.
That's the big thing eh. The Thanos thing. That's the main big thing for me. Ano ba? Well, parang yun pala yun na yung nakikita kong cons eh.
So
Yung
why is it not best? That's the thing. Why is it not best for you? What was the deal breaker for it not to put it on best?
una-una
The costume?
yes, the costume. Una-una sa lahat si Mark
Thank
Ruffalo.
you. Ayaw nga, that's the first time he appeared as the Hulk. Yeah, yeah.
Una-una sa lahat si Mark Ruffalo. Pangalawa, how they all met. You know, it masyadong naging ma-conflict yung movie eh, you know. Nagsuntukan sila. 'Di ba? Basta,
Thor
you know,
tsaka si Iron Man.
it's weird. It's weird how they all met eh. Pero, you know, they put it maganda naman yung paggawa nila. It's weird
Yeah.
lang for me because, you know, comic books and all that. At so far yun pala yung naalala ko negative. I think alam ko meron pa eh, pero yun pala yung naalala ko. Pero yung positives definitely is Scarlett Johansson. Hindi
Syempre.
ko alam kung bakit hindi natin nababanggit yun sa previous Iron Man movies. That was a good thing for me. Of course, I loved Hawkeye as a character. And Jeremy Renner, para sa akin, ang galing niya nga as Hawkeye. Hindi ko sinasabing he's the best Hawkeye. Sinabi ko, ang galing niya lang as the Hawkeye character. He changed everything totally.
Right. It's like Don Cheadle all over again, you know. And RDJ and Samuel L. Jackson. He created his own.
Pero mas matagal kasi para ma-accept si Hawkeye. You know.
Right.
That took a while.
Iba kasi talaga yung personality niya. Ano pa yung mga good things? Siyempre nagsama-sama na sila. It's really a good movie when you know it's going to be a good movie when katama si Cap eh, the chemistry is there. And I think with Chris Hemsworth, with RDJ and all the rest, no, ang ganda ng chemistry na in fairness eh. Siyempre with Samuel L. Jackson, who can top Samuel L. Jackson?
Right. Okay. Kagawad?
Oh, wow. I always say this, 'di ba, nung ever since nag-start tayo, first Avengers movie, it aged so bad,
right?
'Di ba? Pero however, I'll put it as not okay. Sige, not okay na lang. Because I still give it credits then. Yeah, I still give it credits then. Tama si Mike dun sa chemistry nila, 'di ba? Tapos yung ang highlight sa movie sa akin dito is yung entrance si Iron Man with fucking AC/DC, 'di ba? Yung na-press con ba yun or something, 'di ba? Yung pumasok si Iron Man dun. Dun yung isa yun sa best scene nila, 'di ba? Pero this movie, like, it aged so bad, like when you compare it to the other MCU movies, like hindi na siya watchable ngayon. Like hindi mo parang alam mo yun, ang pangit na niya ngayon.
I have to agree, 'di ba inulit ko siya? I have to agree. Doon ko lang napansin ang pangit ang costume ni Captain America. It looks like he's in a spandex for the love of God.
Yeah, no, the whole movie itself. Yeah, the whole movie itself, like, it's not really it doesn't have like a replay value, 'di ba?
I mean, most of what good we're seeing is our first impression of it. But like I said, it actually defines very well for not okay. The more you watch it, the less you like it. You know?
Yes.
The more, yun lang not okay talaga. Likeable is the more you watch it, it kind of grows on you. And you begin to appreciate it more. Pero yung not okay, ganun. The more you watch it, the more ugly it is. I actually put it on good myself simply because of one thing. and one thing alone, and even if I watch it, it's also the one thing I like the best. It's the Thanos reveal at the end. That's it. That's it. I would put it at likable. Um Actually, yeah, you're right. Tama. Likeable, sige, likable. That's the highest I'll give it. Kasi good means mas konti yung sasabihin ko na pangit eh. Pero putang Captain America looks like shit. And it only became good because of that Thanos reveal if you watch it again. Kasi pag pinanood niyo yan ngayon mga kaibigan, ang aabangan niyo yung pakiramdam nung nakita niyo si Thanos for the first time.
At hindi pa
That's
si
what-
hindi pa si ano nun. Sino yung
Josh Brolin. That's not
hindi pa si Josh Brolin yun. Hindi pa, hindi
Oh.
pa.
Right. And that's the only thing that brings you that feeling back. The Thanos look, yung paglingon niya na ganun. But the more I watch it, the more that I realize that it's not as glued to your seats you're gonna be as opposed to Captain America. So the most I'll give it is likable.
Yeah, let me just tell a story real quick. It's funny thing na na-mention niyo yung Thanos. It has became my inside joke sa stream ko, 'di ba? All the time. Every time I finish a game, mga viewers, wag kayong aalis, lalabas si Thanos sa huli. Kahit anong game, men, pag end credits na, habang nagro-roll yung credits, ayan, lalabas si Thanos sa huli. Yeah, it became like an inside joke sa stream ko talaga. Like every game I play, pag natapos end credits, kahit Red Dead Redemption, Last of Us, Castlevania, lahat nandiyan si Thanos sa pagkatas ng end credits. That
Lalabas
became
si
an
Thanos.
inside joke talaga. Oh.
Kasi you have to accept the impact that it made. No other movie has done it as well as the
Yeah.
Avengers when it comes to end credits. Diyan nga nauso yung end credits eh. Everybody
Yeah.
started staying after,
Yeah, actually, even with movies that I watch, like, kunwari may date ako or mga dati, di ba? Like, may date ako dati or with friends, di ba? Parati ko silang, sasabihin, huwag kayong aalis kahit napangitan na sila sa movie. Huwag kayong aalis. Bakit? Ang pangit niya movie na yan eh. Huwag kayong aalis. Lalabas si Thanos sa huli. Doon nagsimula yung
Iko-correct lang kita.
kasi, please.
Yung post-credit scenes started naman from Iron Man, di ba?
Yes,
Started
Iron Man.
there.
yes. It's
Yun nga
there,
lang, the Avengers post-credit scene made it so important for you to stop
correct.
Yes.
and watch it.
Just to share with you, ever since naging tradition ng pamilya ko yan. So, malaking pasalamat ko sa nanay at tatay ko na na-enjoy nila yan. Whenever a Marvel movie comes out, we would always watch it at the theater and everybody stays. We're not even allowed to go to the toilet. Not even my dad, not my mom. If my mama and my wife would stay after the Avengers, nung Iron Man, Hulk, even Captain America, hindi masyado eh. Pero doon na-establish yung tradition na pag Marvel movie, you stay until the very end. Hanggang magbukas yung ilang. And that's probably why I'll put it at likable, as high as likable. But the longer I watch it, I can only appreciate it for one thing and one thing alone, and that's the Thanos end screen. That's why I look forward to the end of it. Yung pagka ganun. So yun mga kaibigan, that is the overall ranking, and Cap, can you give us a recap of what we have as the official standing for G3's official MCU ranking for Phase 1?
Okay, showing
Starting
it.
from the top.
Hold on. Yan. Okay, so ang best natin, based dito sa notes is Captain America. The
Agree.
first
Lahat
Avenger.
tayo agree, right? Thumbs up. Parang camprag lang yan. Thumbs up naman kung agree. Thumbs up. Thumbs up naman kay Choco. Kunwari to si Chino, announcer ka dun sa camprag nung araw. Anyway,
Hindi
next.
ko nga alam yung camprag na yun.
All eyes.
Sige.
Pragang puki na gina.
Sige, Cap, kanino all eyes? Next. All eyes tayo kanino.
Okay, so next would be good. It's the Avengers, yung unang
Wait,
Avengers.
did we agree with Avengers as good or likable? Kasi si Almond put it at not okay.
Oh, yeah.
Both Cap and Notch said good. I put it at likable. So since majority, do you go for good or do you for equality's sake for general averages we'll put it at likable? Notch and Captain Mike.
I'd go for, I don't know. I'll go for
Likeable
likable.
or good?
Yeah, likable na lang siguro.
Ako, likable, yeah. Just to be fair,
sige.
just to be fair.
Just to be fair
Sige, sige.
with the four of us.
Statisticians kami dito mga kaibigan. We have put weighted averages. There's a bell curve. It kind of gets pulled around, you know?
Yeah.
Ganon yan. Ganon po yan. That's how you do it. No? Okay, likable is Avengers. Next tier.
Moving into not okay, it's gonna be Iron Man.
Yeah, say it like you mean it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
Siya pa yung nagsabi. Ang
no,
sakit.
sorry. Kasi good na we move instead of good. Okay, putting it on good instead of Avengers. So we leave it at blank. So the likable ones would be Iron Man and Avengers. Diba? So that's best, good, likable, not okay, meh, and the cold sucks level, diba?
Okay. Wait. So we're likable is at Avengers, right? Likable is Avengers.
Pero
Okay.
we also had likable for Iron Man 1
Oh, really? Did we agree? Do you guys agree with that?
because
Agree?
Almond had it on sucks. Chino for likable. I took it at best and you took it at not
I did
okay.
Iron Man 1, wala akong sinabing likable ang Iron Man 1.
Okay.
So not okay ka din.
I said
think it was-
meh.
Ako not okay. Oh, yeah. No,
I said meh.
No, say it like you mean it.
Okay. So,
Nasira po yung friendship namin.
since we're dragging it to mostly negative,
Not okay. Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be moved to not okay.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
gets moved to not okay, Captain?
Ah,
What gets moved to not okay? What are
Okay.
the movies and not okay?
moves to not okay. It's gonna be Iron Man and then Iron Man 2.
Okay.
Wherein Chino got it at meh, the rest of us are not okay.
Okay.
Tapos, the meh part, we got the Hulk for this.
Yeah.
And finally, the bottom cold young sucks goes to Thor.
Yan. I couldn't agree more. Thumbs up tayo. All eyes tayo kay Thor. Mga brag. Thumbs up. Thumbs up tayo dyan. Mali ba? Sorry.
Incredible
Oh,
Hulk sana. Pero sige na nga.
Hindi, consensus eh.
Consensus,
So,
brody.
okay, sige. Alalahanin mo na lang si Cap. Pare masakit sa kanya sabihin not likable yung dalawang Iron Man movies. Isipin mo na lang.
I think
Isipin mo na
I
lang.
think that
Talaga
was
eh.
my subconscious saying to go slow and think.
He was just
Let us,
trying
let's accept the fact that it sucks. Both of them.
It makes you sleep
Okay.
better
Oy.
at night. Go
Pero
for it.
masal ba yun? Masal ba yun?
Masasalba yan because now we go into phase 2 and we're gonna do it quickly. I'm gonna give you the rundown of the movies that were released in MCU phase 2, starting off with Iron Man 3 on May 2013, Thor: The Dark World on November 2013, Captain America: Winter Soldier on April 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy made an appearance on August 1st, 2014, Avengers: Age of Ultron, May of 2015, and of course, Ant-Man on
It's
July
getting harder and harder.
2015. This gets harder and harder. So let's do a quick round here this time. The way that you're gonna say it, it's like this. I will name the movie. You give me your tier list and why it should be there. One good, one bad.
Okay.
Okay. Starting off with Captain Mike.
Paano pag
First
sobrang daming bad? Pipili ka na ng
Malalaman natin agad yan. Sa tono pa lang ng pananalita mo. Yung binanggit pa lang yung movie, gumanong ka na. Sakit. Oh, ganun. Captain America, Captain Mike, Iron Man 3.
Okay.
What's your tier for this?
So, Iron Man 3 for me is the best. Kasi,
Talaga. Okay.
ano na to eh, yung 1 and 3 ang best para sa akin. Kasi yung 3 parang, makikita mo na yung storyline niya talaga. May story na talaga to si Tony Stark eh. Nakikita nila yung person. I'm not sure. I watched the movie probably like 5 times, no? 4, 5 times. Makikita mo yung itsura ni RDJ doon struggling as Tony Stark. Tapos makikita mo yung challenges ni paano sila ni Pepper Potts doon. Paano sila nag-jive as a couple. Tapos the third reason is yung mga yung mga suits niya. Yung mga lots of his armors are there. Best parts. One thing I don't like is Mandarin. bakit parang they made a mascot out of Mandarin in that movie. I was expecting something else from the Mandarin kasi nung pinakita sa movie, di ba? Ay, yung trailer rather.
It's Ben Kingsley.
We were expecting this guy to whoop it. Pero
Right.
turns out na hindi pala siya yung character. So people were expecting him to.
Pap, ready ka na?
I don't give a...
Sige.
Sige, go for it.
Okay. So you put it at best. All right. Okay. Not since you tickled the tail of the dragon. Go ahead, sir.
Sige. Iron Man. Mamaya na ako mag-ranking. Yung negative muna. Negative.
Okay.
One is
Pakanegang tao nito talaga.
one
sige,
is Mandarin, definitely. Putang ina. Dude, Mandarin is more powerful than that, di ba? Hello. Pangalawa is how they put extremists in that movie na hindi naging maganda yung paggalagay nila ng extremists.
Ay,
Sayang, extremist is a whole another movie. Pangatlo would be si Maya Hansen. Dahil para siyang naging supporting character na lang na.
Yes.
'Di ba? I mean, yung role niya as part of as in Tony Stark's life is bigger than that. Ginawa lang nila parang chick lang ni Tony Stark back in the day.
Parang Betty and Veronica yung rivalry na yun di ba?
Parang gano'n, di ba? Yun, yung tatlo ko. But I did like the movie. I loved how they portrayed. I love the kahit hindi ko maintindihan yung storya, I loved how it played out. No, so I'm gonna put this at likable.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
No, considering how Chino judges his movies. Him saying likable is
alam mo, I fucking hate that movie only because of that extremist one. Yun lang. Yung extremist na yan sobrang sinayang nila, but it played out well.
So the way that we're
That's
so
okay.
just to interrupt before I get to Kagawad now. So Captain gave it best. Notch gave it to likable. So on an average, it's good. That's how it stands right now. Whatever rating Kagawad and I would give will affect where it is, and that's where it's going to be. Kagawad, Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I put it as likable. Yeah, it's actually a good movie. Yeah, it's actually a good movie. This is where yung typical na MCU humor. This is where it started. This is where it started. So I actually like the movie. Yeah, tsaka yung humor ng yung typical humor ng MCU, the comebacks, the rebuttals, 'di ba? Yung mga script, yung mga magagandang script ng MCU, dito nila sinimulan 'yon. So, likable for me, likable.
Right. I actually put it at not okay, specifically because of the Mandarin. And we were talking about this the other night. Because I love the Mandarin character. In fact, the Mandarin also is one of my dad's favorite. I like the movie. Akala ko nga Armor Wars na to eh. He has the Mach 50, he has the variations of his armor. What I didn't like is that his post-traumatic stress disorder I felt that it was pushed in a little bit too much. The extremist virus, that's not the fucking extremist. Are you kidding me? That's not it, right? I like the fact that Pepper Potts became a semi-superhuman. But overall, I felt disappointed with Mandarin until I watched the 1 hour one shot Hail to the King by Ben Kingsley on YouTube. Watch it. That kind of redeemed it for me. But yeah, tama si Kagawad eh. Na doon na na-establish na ito na yung mga banter. Ito na yung flavor ng Marvel movies moving forward. Ito na.
It's Kevin Feige na.
Right? It's Kevin Feige. Ito na, nagsimula na yung mga ganyang mga banters nila. So, I wouldn't put it so low. For me, it was not okay. I'll watch it as white noise. But on an average, I think we'll agree that it's likable. We can all agree as likable. We'll put it there. Okay, on the roll. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Thor, the Dark World. Let's start off with Captain again. That's the same wheel. Captain, Thor, the Dark World.
Okay. So medyo it's a nope for me. Or it's a Cole Young sucks for me.
Oh, really?
Kasi
Cool.
hindi
Holy shit.
it lacked
Okay.
my parang hindi ako naging interesado dun sa story itself. Like I mentioned, no, I only watch it halfway through. Parang sabi ko, it was dragging. Parang hindi ako na hindi niya nakuha yung interest ko. Probably because siguro mas inclined ako dun sa ibang movies. And that for me is the reason why I give it a call yang sucks. Kasi pag gusto mo yung isang movie, I could have placed it to meh, not okay, likable, and good. Kung at least natapos ko yung movie. Diba?
Okay.
May mga
Okay.
instances na gano'n. Yun yung ano ko doon.
Notch.
Gonna put this at meh. Dahil hindi ko talaga maalala yung storya. Yung same way how Almond put it yung Thor 1, ganon yung Thor 2. I do not remember what happened. Wala. As in, wala. Totally, hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin maalala kung ano nangyari. I'm reading it now, I'm reading the fucking plot now. And I still don't remember what happened.
Still, really? This thing happened?
Gusto niyo makita? Actually, hindi niyo makikita kasi nakaano ako. Pero I'm reading it now. And I still don't remember what happened. That's how I feel about it. I don't really like it.
Okay. Sige. So far we have Cole Young sucks level and then a meh. Kagawad?
I'd put it as Call Young sucks.
Really?
Same reason kay Chino. Hindi ko matandaan yung story except yung sa ending. And yung ending niya is one of the best for me. Yung ending niya. Kasi remember the two Infinity Stones? Doon na pinakita yung putang ina, papunta tayo sa Gauntlet Wars, di ba? Yung di ba? Yung Infinity War, doon na tayo papunta, di ba? Tapos si The Collector, di ba? Yung mga ganun ba? Kasi dude, The Collector, ang daming niyan Easter eggs niyan Pukin na Easter eggs galore.
Dami.
Di ba? Oh. So that's one of marami kang pwede i-post doon, dami kang makikita, 'di ba? So, yeah, pero still Call Young sucks because I don't really remember what happened and it's one kanina na mention ko I should probably start watching some of the MCU movies and this one I don't really want to watch it again or I might, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dapat gawin mo kasi ako pinanood ko yung Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 and I didn't really want to watch it again.
I mean, everybody has to go through the same shit, Kagawad, please.
Yeah.
Huwag ka pa baby sa amin, Kagawad. Pilitin mong panoorin.
Ako, I would have to agree with with you guys. I'm actually torn. I want to give it a meh. I do. I really do.
Actually, Cole Young sucks na rin ako.
I mean, I'm unfortunately all the Thor movies just sucked balls. Really, Malekith, motherfucker. I mean, who knows Malekith? That's why I know Malekith. It was such a letdown because in the opening of the scene, he fought a stone person. He felt strong, and then it's forgettable. They didn't know if they want to take it too seriously and too dark, and then you have comedy sequences in between. It was just all over the place. They tried to be funny and cute with the whole, that running beast at the end of the scene where he's trying to catch a bird or something. I don't know. Pero it's very forgettable. And again, it's probably a Cole Young sucks. I really want to give it a meh, but I can't. Right now, it's just really bad. Good, fantastic.
So
We are
the consensus is
it's a meh.
Cole Young's.
It's a Cole Young sucks because
Cole
the
Young
three
sucks.
of us gave it a Cole Young sucks.
Okay.
Only Chino, surprisingly, the most combative person in the group, gave it a higher score.
No.
Would you believe it?
Pinalitan ko na.
Yeah, he
see,
changed
sabi
it.
ko sa'yo
He
eh.
was on it.
Consensus. We agree it sucks. Next, Captain America, Winter Soldier. Oh yeah, Cap.
Okay, Winter Soldier. I'd probably give it a likable.
Likable. Okay. Why?
Kasi parang nung una ko siyang napanood, parang hindi it did not got my attention. Pero pagdating netong pagdating dun sa kalagitnaan ng movie, okay. Nagpakita na tong si Bucky. Now known as the Winter Soldier. Tapos nakita yung mga fight scenes nila. I like the fight scenes, by the way. I'd put it at likable because of the action scenes and how
So that means the more that you watch it, the more time you spent, you got to like it. But Okay, okay, okay. Cool, 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 cool.
Cool,
Let's switch it up. Captain America, Kagawad, since you're wearing the t-shirt, you get this one first. You get this one second.
Dude. You know, nilagay ko yung first Captain America as best, di ba? This one, I'm gonna put it as meh.
Really?
Yeah.
Me?
Meh. Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
because the first one was so good, and then I mean I love how Black Widow is in this movie, the Falcon, 'di ba? Tapos yung ano lang kay Sharon Carter, kasi Sharon Carter that was more as like an Easter egg. Hindi pa siya talaga si Sharon Carter like as we know it, 'di ba? She was just more as an Easter egg, 'di ba?
She was just there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was just there.
Agent
'di ba?
Sharon character, yeah.
Yeah. Hindi ko nagustuhan yung flow ng movie na to. Magulo masyado. Yeah, so for me it's meh.
Okay, okay. So Cap put it at likable, you put it at meh. That brings it somewhere, that puts it to not okay. That's an average so far. Notch?
Oh, ako actually I'm gonna put it as good.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
for me good.
Okay, okay.
Una nga sa lahat kasi I love the scene with Sam Wilson, no? Although it's not the same as the comics, pero sobrang gustong-gusto ko yung pagka meet up nila with the jogging on your left. On your left.
On your left.
Diba? Ang saya lang eh. Ang saya lang on your left. Second one of course was because Bucky Barnes now revealed himself as the Winter Soldier. And you know, it's really a dramatic event for Steve Rogers even in the comics, no? So sobrang kitang-kita siya dito. I felt the action scene, so gusto ko siya. So yeah, that's for me, that's good.
Okay, okay. So you put it at good. It's at likable currently. Sorry, it's not okay currently as a consensus, but you put it at good, it brings it back up to likable kind of thing, right? Now I would say, and I would say this was the best for me of MCU part phase 2. For me, for me. And the reason being it went into a full-fledged action spy movie. I'm a huge lore fan. I got to see Arimzola. I got to see Hydra became real. You have the Hydra elevator fight scene. You have the Captain
Real
America.
naman na si Hydra from the first movie.
No, but this time they're in Shield.
The
real Hydra infiltration is here.
Yeah.
You have 3 fucking helicarriers. I actually thought Samuel L. Jackson died. Bucky, you finally have a physical match to Captain America when it comes to fighting. Fuck that. Even Iron Man with his recorded armor still didn't match to it. So to me, I didn't see this kasi as a Captain America superhero movie. I saw this more of a high action spy movie. It just didn't feel like a superhero movie too much to me, and that meant a lot to me. And of the list, I'd say it was the best one that I've seen so far. Na talagang na-engage ako dun sa kwento. Plus, I'm a huge war fan. So, you know, I kind of liked it the best of the list. So
I'm actually excited to watch it again.
Yeah, man. I mean, it
I
was
might
so
rewatch
good.
it again. Baka magbago yung ano ko.
Yun nga lang. I'm on Iron Man 3 now. I'll have to go through Thor: The Dark World. So, you know.
Oh yeah. You have to go through what I went through.
Have to man up.
And the one thing that I would agree though, why it probably is a meh, it's because of exactly the same reason why I didn't I said that it's not a superhero movie. It was too Captain America centric. Everything here is a Captain America relationship. There's no callback to Thor: The Dark World. There's no callback to any of the Avengers movies, with the exception, of course, of a few lines here and there with with Nick Fury. So it really is a Captain America story of its own. And I think this was the time that in the comics, this was the time when he first dropped the shield and he became the Patriot. I think yung may kapa siya. It's a 1970 Silver Age comic book to it. So it was a full Captain America story, and that's why people didn't like it. But I'm a huge Captain America fan, so that's why it's the best for me. So that said, I would be okay if we put it to either likable or good. Which one
Good.
would you guys put it? Good, likable. I put it at best. Chino put it at good.
Ako, I'd put it at good. Ako.
Um,
I put it,
Kagawad Ravenized put it at meh.
I put it at
Captain
likable.
Mike put it at likable. So do we stay at likable? Or do we put it at good?
I think likable na lang. Dahil
We'll go for
dalawa
likable.
kayong likable di ba?
Mm-mm.
Ako good, best ako eh. Tapos
Ako,
si Chino.
ako
Yeah.
likable.
Oo.
Oo, si
Tas
Mike
ikaw,
likable
Mike,
di ba?
Hmm.
So I think
Oo.
likable.
Okay,
Okay,
so
sige. Fine, I'm fine with that. Okay, next. This is when it gets really fun. Guardians of the Galaxy. The first time
Oh, yeah,
Guardians of the
man.
Galaxy. Yeah.
Tangina. Can I
Captain
be the one
Mike?
to start? Sige,
Sige,
Captain Mike
sige.
muna.
Sige,
Sige.
pahinga muna natin si Cap. May
Oh,
ginagawa
sige,
si Cap.
oh.
Okay, ikaw muna.
Curious na sana ako sa sasabihin ni Mike eh. Sayang.
Sige na nga. Sige, Cap. Cap, ikaw na.
I don't know why people are curious with my reaction, pero sige.
Guardians
Para
of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy for me is good. For
Good.
me, kasi I have no clue who Guardians of the Galaxy was. I've not read the comics and whatsoever.
Okay.
Pero
It's a
naging
really
good,
fresh set of eyes to. Fresh set
of eyes. So nung
Okay.
nakita ko, doon ko na naintindihan doon ko na nakita yung introduction ni Star-Lord, nila Gamora. Natuwa ako sa chemistry nilang apat or lima actually with the inclusion of Groot. Fresh yung story, different place.
Mm.
Natuwa ako dahil doon. So,
Okay.
I place it good. Hindi siya best kasi alam mo wala akong source, wala akong reference from my past to put them at best. Na ito yung expectation ko, ito yung naging reality.
Okay. So it's good for you. It's good.
For me, it's good.
Okay. Gino, Notch, your turn,
Ah,
baby.
ako good din. Good. Definitely good. Kasi I'm not really a fan of sci-fi movies or comics, no. Like Star Wars, I watched it pero hindi ako sobrang wow Star Wars fan. Of course I'm aware of Guardians of the Galaxy. Hindi yung original, no. Because there was an original one pa. I'm familiar with all the characters pero hindi ko masyado na-explore yung nila yung story. So like Cap, it was something new also for me kasi I met them again. I met Quill again, I met Gamora again and Drax and everyone else, no. And sobrang natuwa lang ako sa chemistry nung mga characters and with sobrang yung comedic lines was actually spot on. How Rocket Raccoon was spot on. Sobrang galing lang. Sobrang galing. For me, it's a good movie for me, yeah.
Nice. So it's good. Kagawad, where will you be?
Actually, hindi ako sure kung ilalagay ko siya sa best or good.
Alam ko kung ano yung best mo. Alam ko kung ano yung best mo eh.
No, actually, it's not what you're expecting, Gino. Pero,
best
for
niya si
me,
Ant-Man.
hindi, ito na lang. To be fair, this is the best movie ng Phase 2.
Okay,
This
so
is
you'll
the
put it
best
at
movie
best.
ng Phase 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Curious ako why.
yeah, because I think out of all this group, like I'm the most 80s buff here when it comes to movies. Correct? Diba? Like I'm into like the fucking 80s, man. Guardians of Galaxy.
It's pure 80s. Dude.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Mike and Chino.
Daming
It was
references
very
eh.
new to me. Yeah, it was very new to me. Like the approach on this movie, the soundtrack,
The soundtrack.
tapos, and also, alam niyo yung sinasabi kong MCU humor. Talagang over the top dito yung ano
It
nila.
fucking dialed up so high that it was so hard to beat. Yeah.
I think the right
Yes,
term
dude.
is they placed it well dito sa bunch na to. Parang dito sa kanila nag-fit yung humor ng MCU.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah. I agree with that statement then. Yung chemistry nilang apat dito actually 5 sila, 'di ba?
5.
Yung chemistry nila dito tsaka yung settings kasi like Chino, I'm not really a fan of sci-fi. Like you all know that. Like I'm not into Star Wars and I really hate sci-fi, 'di ba? Pero this one, this is the most colorful sci-fi. It kind of reminds me of He-Man. And what's the other one? Flash Gordon. The movie Flash Gordon.
Actually,
yeah.
I was gonna say closer to Flash Gordon more than He-Man. Kasi He-Man medyo fantastical pa yan. Pero when you said Flash Gordon, fuck yeah, man. This is a Flash Gordon thing. So you put it at best. So good, best. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
The most positive shit we've ever done tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I would have to agree, and the only reason why it's not the best for me is because, of course, personally, my best is Winter Soldier. I would put this as good too, simply because for me, Captain America got it. Pero oo, tama kayo. It's the soundtrack was spot on. The fucking Yondu was fantastic. Rocket Raccoon was great. Peter Quill is the right kind of jackass that you need in a team. And he leads the team.
And it's actually, sobrang sakto yung personality niya.
Di ba? Sakto kay kay what's
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt,
Yeah,
right?
Chris Pratt.
And when we saw it for the first time, kami dalawa ng kapatid ko was like, what the fuck? Why Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh shit, right. And the only reason why we thought it was gonna be included is because they had no choice since Thanos is gonna be there. Boy, were we so wrong. We loved it so much. And the only thing that Captain America got ahead of it for me, was that we felt so bitten with the fucking movie. Like di ba parang what that's it, they held hands and they controlled the Power Stone and then they gave it to the Collector. We want more, kulang na nabitin kami when we were watching it.
Funny thing, during this phase of era, this was the Chris Pratt era of movies, diba? Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Everywhere he goes, you
Evolution.
think of Star-Lord. Like you see him on Jurassic Park, you see him as Star-Lord. Like that's
he was
how
actually good also in Jurassic Park. Ang galing niya rin dun. Galing niya rin dun.
But
Pero alam mo kung saan siya best? Alam mo siya sa
saan?
best? Sa Parks and Recreations.
Parks and Recreations.
Doon siya talaga solid.
That's why that role was so good for him. Peter Quill, Star-Lord was a pseudo Tony Stark RDJ kind of thing. He made it such a successful thing. And for me, that was one of the best movies of this era. That's why I put it at good also. So, good flat. Kasi good kaming tatlo.
Yeah.
You put it at best, we'll put it at good.
May question ako though. Sobrang daming 80s references nga ng movie na ito. Pero I haven't really read the comic book, the Guardians of the Galaxy comic books. Ikaw ba nabasa mo ba siya, BJ?
Yeah, so the reason why the movie wrote it like that is because that was the year that Peter Quill was taken. So it was really taken during that time. So
during the 80s talaga.
Ang content reference lang talaga. Ito, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Mary Poppins. Yun lang talagang alam niya eh. Kasi he was taken out of Earth during that time. And bata pa siya, impressionable. So yun ang mga idol niya.
Actually, since you mentioned it, and for those ones who are interested in it, nireboot ang Guardians of the Galaxy to medyo dikit dun sa movie. It got a reboot.
Right. Okay, so that's the most positive thing we've done tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And moving on May 1st, 2015, Avengers Age of Ultron was released.
Hell
Captain
yeah.
Mike, where would you put Avengers Age of Ultron?
Oh, young sucks!
Pinag-isipan ko maigi sagot ko dyan and
make sure it's good.
It's gonna be meh for me.
Meh? Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
With Ultron?
With maganda yung, don't get me wrong, maganda yung fight scene sila doon, maganda rin yung pag-create nila kay Ultron nung time na yun. Makita mo na yung conflict may slight hint ng conflict na kagad ni Captain America at saka ni Iron Man with regards to setting that up, pero matigas ang ulo ni Iron Man. Ultron was made, parang they thought it was good at first and then chaos happened, diba?
Okay.
Pero there are some fight scenes na I like. May daming action scenes dun eh. Then there are some na hindi.
It's an action movie.
Yung intro nun para makita mo yung slow-mo dun, that kind of, nagustuhan ko siya at first pero nung paulit-ulit ko, nung pinanood ko ulit the second time, parang it's good for me, pero parang nakukulangan ako.
Okay.
Parang
Okay.
there's something missing in that movie.
I know I know what's missing. Pero mamaya ko na sabihin.
Sige. Okay. Sige. So Cap, for you that's a meh, right? Meh.
Yeah.
Meh. Okay.
Yeah.
Notch, go.
Ako ano.
Teka, can I go
Go,
muna?
man.
Kasi alam ko,
Sige.
malaman ang sasabihin nito ni Chino eh.
De.
Alam ko malaman sasabihin nito ni Chino eh.
Sige, kagawad. Ikaw naman.
Yeah.
Ikaw muna.
I put this at Kolyang Sucks.
Oh, you put it at the bottom. Okay. Why?
Yes, I fucking hate this movie.
Really? Okay. Why?
Which part?
Yeah, no, because the first time that they announced it, I was like, oh cool, Age of Ultron, 'di ba? Okay. I'm like, alam niyo yung mga MCU fans ngayon, theory diyan, theory dito. This is
ito
where
yung
it
panahon
started
na
for
yun.
me.
Right.
Yes, for me this is where it started. I was wishing to see Spider-Man in this movie.
Really?
Pero alam
This
ko
early?
it's impossible. Yeah,
Okay.
impossible.
Back then.
Impossible. When they announced Wanda and Quicksilver, I was like, oh shit, X-Men is coming. Of course, they're mutants, so X-Men is coming when you put those two, diba? So, and then they shown this movie. I was so disappointed kasi doon pa lang sa end credit scene ng Winter Soldier, 'di ba? Doon nila unang pinakita si Wanda at si Quicksilver, 'di ba?
Miracles.
Yeah. So, doon pa lang I was like, "Oh shit, magkakaroon ng X-Men sa susunod na movie and all, mga ganun." I was just disappointed na yung ginawa nila kay I mean I love I love Scarlet Witch now. Nakalimutan ko na lahat yung pero I'm speaking like from the experience, like my first time experience with this movie. Like I was just disappointed about everything. And for me Ultron, like the way they put Ultron as the bad guy, hindi siya threat para sa akin, sa totoo lang.
I see what you're
for
saying.
me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just Wanda and the Quicksilver part. Lalo na namatay si Quicksilver. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even put him there kung papatayin niyo naman? Diba? Yun lang sa akin.
People are expecting probably to make it na longer yung screen time niya eh.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, not only that, like when you already put two mutants in that movie, you're expecting like fucking X-Men is gonna come, diba?
Right.
That was the expectation.
I bet there's a bunch of people right now that would agree with you and definitely will be pissed off. Bakit nga naman nila ginawa yun? Diba?
That was I'm just speaking from my first experience. Pero I believe yung powers nila galing sa Mind Stone, tama ba? Or Reality Stone?
No, that's the thing.
No,
It was
no.
never explained. They were experimented on, period.
But never
They were a
mentioned
result of an
how they
experiment.
ended up.
That's why Baron von Strucker had them. That's why Hydra had them. They were like experimenting with kids, and they never really told them where her powers came.
Yeah. Pero tawag dito, the word mutant is forbidden sa
Yeah, that's why.
MCU.
Yun nga eh. Tama. That's why sa ending ng Captain America Winter Soldier, ang sabi, miracles. And they panoorin niyo yung scene na yun, ha? The way the word miracles were said, ang haba nung M. Kasi people were expecting, fucking, they're gonna say it. They're gonna fucking say it. They're gonna say mutant. Miracles. What the fuck are you talking about miracles, motherfucker? I mean, really? And then, yun nga, bawal kasi. So Sony has it yet. So, there you go. Okay. So, for Captain, it's meh. For you, it's called Young Sucks. Notch, my dudes, what is your verdict?
Okay. For me, mamaya na yung vertigo. Let's go with the negatives muna, no? Negatives definitely yung how they showed Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Una-una sa lahat, syempre, alam naman natin na bawal gamitin ang mutants, di ba?
Right.
We know that. Pero they shouldn't have just gone through with the miracles part, di ba? Dapat hindi nila ginawa yun eh. They actually can go with the movie without even explaining where the powers came from.
Let the viewers know.
Kasi yung the universe itself, ang daming pwedeng mangyari, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Second was how they killed Quicksilver. Sobrang putang ina naman, pare, oh. He was an Avenger, for God's sake. Di ba? Give him some credit.
Teka lang, Chino. I love when you say na sana nag-ano na lang sila sa Miracles. Kung idiniin nila sa movie na Miracles, so that's like saying, fuck you, Fox. This is Miracles, not mutants.
Tapos ngayon, dahil okay na, pagdating dun sa Scarlet Witch series, biglang sinabi, you're a mutant.
Diba?
Fuck you! Diba? Weird lang eh. I actually don't agree with Almond on Ultron not being a threat because Ultron actually is one of the biggest baddies ng Avengers. And nga lang, parang hindi siya naging sobrang lakas dito.
Yeah, in
He
this
wasn't that
movie, or are you
strong
talking
here.
about comics? Are you talking about the comics or in this movie? Oh yeah, comics I agree. He's one of the baddies talaga sa ano.
Dito sa movie,
Yeah,
I didn't feel that he was so powerful. Alam mo yun?
Yeah, I know.
Diba? And fourth is, kinalimutan naman nila ata na hindi naman talaga si Tony Stark ang gumawa kay Ultron. Ang hindi ko iintindihan kung bakit pinatanda nila si Hank Pym sa Ant-Man.
Ayun na.
But, yun nga, pang fourth yun, Hank Pym wasn't there.
Right.
Kung nandun siya, it would have been perfect. I was expecting actually Hank Pym. Kahit hindi siya part of the Avengers, okay lang.
Yeah.
Pero at least they showed na siya yung nag-create talaga. See, that's what happened eh. The good things about this movie is, of course, them being Avengers, adding Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver to the mix. Yung scene na muntik-muntikan na makuha ni Captain America yung Mjolnir, no? Yung mga ganon.
And then Vision just handed it over to him.
Vision just handed over to Thor, di ba? Actually that's it. I think this is the worst Avengers movie for me. I wouldn't put it at Cole Young sucks though, kasi it's still the Avengers, no? Para sa akin, medyo partial ako. I put it at meh.
Okay, meh. We put it at meh. Okay, good. Ako, I'm actually torn between not okay and meh, simply because I like here are the things that I like about it. Number one, it's really the human, the non-important scenes I like more. I like the the stupid scenes when they introduced Claw, Ulysses Claw. He was a jackass. Perfect casting. He had his arm cut off. The Avengers drinking. They were just partying. And then how they kind of got together to finally it was predictable for me. I know it's an interim villain. I know.
He wasn't supposed to be there actually.
Right.
He's a Black Panther body.
I was gonna say that I knew it was an interim villain because the placement of the characters, the baddies, are not correct. Ulysses Claw is a Black Panther enemy. Hank Pym was to be the one to create Ultron, and I think it's really just Marvel cashing in on the RDJ Iron Man thing. That's why they gave it to Iron Man. Who fucking dies of a bullet shot? If your main thing is that you're faster than bullets, are you? Paki-explain nga sa akin mga kaibigan. Ang kapangyarihan mo ay super speed. That you can disarm Ulysses Claw and put his bullets na naka-align. Diba? There's a scene, right? They were trying to, and then they even took the candy. Tapos namatay ka sa gunshot. What? You didn't see that coming? Come on.
I don't know what's worse. Quicksilver dying of a bullet or yung pagtakbo ni Flash?
You know, I give it to Flash kasi he felt fast. Quicksilver here did not feel fast at all. Neither did Ultron. It was a very inferior. If I were to put him in a race with all the speedsters in the world, he'd be dead last. Fucking Wile E. Coyote would outrun this motherfucker. I swear to God.
Pero would you think it's MCU's attack? Parang
fucking pinatay nila si Quicksilver. Wala nang House of M tuloy.
Making it feel like they're attacking Fox at that time.
Yeah, and it failed. That's the thing. Fox's Quicksilver was still better, and that made it ridiculous.
And hindi maganda yung Quicksilver ni Fox, ha? I didn't like him.
Yeah.
Ang pangit.
Pero he was better.
Sorry, Alma,
what you
you were
call
gonna say
this?
something? Oh.
So, yung Quicksilver ng Avengers, and then the X-Men Quicksilver came out first, which was I
Right.
think mga
Yeah.
a year before that, diba? So,
Mm.
like looking at that
Apocalypse ba yun?
Quicksilver, like he
Apocalypse?
did Days of Future
No,
Past.
Days of Future Past. Okay.
Yeah, so you see him na ginaganon yung mga bala, like he was doing cool things, like what a
Right.
Quicksilver will do, diba? Like comic Quicksilver will do, Pero dito sa sa Quicksilver ng Age of Ultron, parang they made him feel helpless na
Wala, inferior is the
Diba?
right word. I mean, sobrang pinapangit nila yung story ni
It was-
Quicksilver. They made him
Yeah,
die,
and-
for God's sake. For what?
Yeah, funny thing, like these two Quicksilver actors is from Kick-Ass. You guys remember Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kick-Ass is the Quicksilver of Age of Ultron. Diba?
Right.
So, his best friend is the Quicksilver of Fox X-Men.
Right.
Diba? Magkasama sila sa movie na yon.
So yeah, for me, I would put it at either not okay or meh. But I would agree with you guys. For the sake, I'd put it at meh.
Okay.
Kasi merong it's Cole Young sucks na dalawa. I'll put it at meh. That's where it is. That's where it belongs. Finally, Ant-Man. That was the last movie that was released for this era. Captain Mike, what is your judgment?
Okay. I'm gonna be, put ahead on a stick on this, no? Pero for me, Ant-Man is the best in this,
Okay.
in this lineup. Because of the same reason same reason ko with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a fresh movie for me. Pero yung chemistry nilang lahat, how Paul Rudd created the humor.
Paul Rudd, man.
Hindi ko alam mo yung feeling ko na hindi ko alam kung ano sasabihin ko sa kanya. kung ano ang niya, kung anong klaseng siya. I mean, he looks like a cool guy pero he is also a loser at the same time.
Right.
Tapos cast of characters nila doon for si Wasp nung time na hindi pa nila pinapakita pero alam mo nagma-manifest na kagad, 'di ba? There's that conflict as well with Anthony Mackie dun sa movie, 'di ba? How he outsmarted Anthony Mackie dun sa time na 'yon.
That's the connection Yun yung connection.
Pinapakita nila yung connection dito. Saka iba yung niya ang fresh lang ng story na tapos may storytelling pa nga doon, 'di ba? The storytelling na paano nakapasa niyo sa'yo si Luis.
That's the guy for me, man. It's fucking. You want anyone to retell the entire 4 phases of Marvel? You ask
that
him.
guy.
Get that. You fucking ask him to do it, man.
Solid ni Luis nun, man.
Okay. So Captain Mike says it's the best movie.
Yes, for me it's the best.
All right.
Wala akong makitang pangit pa
Okay. Good. Notch.
Ako, I'd put it at hindi ko alam kung good or likable
Okay.
Siguro ito, sabihin ko muna yung mga hindi ko nagustuhan. I was actually expecting Hank Pym and not Scott Lang. Di ba? I was expecting Hank Pym. Unang-una sa lahat kasi he was a founding Avenger. I mean, you should at least give him credit for who he is.
Right.
Diba?
He got in before Captain America.
Exactly.
If you guys are wondering in the comic books.
I mean, kahit hindi man sinusunod yung comic books, at least, he should be there, not Scott Lang. At okay din naman kung si Paul Rudd pa rin si Hank Pym. I think it would be a good Hank Pym. But yeah, Scott Lang, okay. Yun nga, pinatanda nila si Hank Pym. Yung nagustuhan. Para lang siguro makuha yung name na Pym Particles. No, I think that's the reason why. But they did make him a superhero in the past.
In late Second World War, early Vietnam. After Captain America.
After Captain America.
The Cold War.
Yeah, that was the Cold War. Sorry.
Cold War. Kaya rin nagkaroon ng Ant-Man suit, diba? But for me, I think that's it. The rest kasi ang ganda I mean, I love Paul Rudd. Sobrang galing ni Paul Rudd for me. Although kasi Scott Lang, not too familiar with Scott Lang's origin story, pero I know that he is, conniving and he's I'm not sure if he's a thief, pero alam ko medyo medyo twisted yung pag-uutak niya compared to Hank Pym, no? Yung Ant-Man kasi ngayon medyo Janet Van Dyne, good for me. The story of how he got the Ant-Man costume and everything else, it's all movies na. Yeah. So for me, it's a movie. It's not a comic book movie. It's a movie for me.
Okay. So it's either good or likable. So where
Good.
are you?
Good ako. Good.
Good ka. Okay,
Yeah,
good. Kagawad?
Okay, so when Ant-Man got first announced, tapos in-announce na yung mga cast and all, I was disappointed actually.
At
Oh,
the
really?
concept?
Announcement. Yes, I was very disappointed because, Hank Pym, Ant-Man. It's like Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Diba? Yeah. So, this is kind of like, for me at the time, parang Ben O'Reilly, Spider-Man. Parang ganun yung, nung si Scott Lang ang Kasi, I don't even know at that time who the fuck is Scott Lang. Diba?
Right.
That was, like for
Right.
me at that time. Diba?
Okay.
And then I saw this. Actually, I skipped this movie before. Skipped this movie before. Yeah. I went straight ahead to phase 3. Like, I think nung mga time na yon, like I was into comics. I was watching a lot of like MCU, I was reading a lot of comics. And then I think nung hindi ko na pinanood yung Ant-Man, dun ako tumigil sa mga MCU movies. Till pinanood ko siya like years later nung when Endgame came out, nag-catch up ako. So I watched Ant-Man, 'di ba? Dude, it's a freaking good movie.
Yes.
Yeah. It is a very good movie. Like, who's the star, the very best in this movie? The supporting cast. The
True.
supporting
That's
cast
true.
is
That's
the
true.
best in this movie.
TI.
That is
Yeah.
absolutely true.
Michael
Yeah.
Peña,
So,
TI.
Paul Rudd being Ant-Man and Scott Lang, good actually. Yeah, I like him. I like his role being an Ant-Man, 'di ba? Kasi just to tell you guys, I think Chino knows this. The reason why I think they chose Scott Lang over Hank Pym because of Hank Pym's history. Hank Pym's history is
White
not very
beater.
Disney-like. Hindi siya Disney-like.
That's true.
Wife beater.
Yeah.
Wife beater si Hank Pym. Nagpatayan sila ni ni Wasp, 'di ba? Dahil
Yeah, that's
sa
true.
pagsiselos
That's
niya kay Captain America.
Actually, hindi lang yung Captain America. There's a whole lot of things. Pero
Right.
that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so Hank Pym is not a very Disney-like
It's
character.
really insecurities for one.
Yeah. This is one of those things na where you put everything in modern age na kailangan i-transition mo siya sa modern age na things will be better if they do this para sa modern era, 'di ba? Yeah. So ito yung isang example nun na talagang they did it right for the modern age.
Right.
Yeah, Ant-Man. So I will put it as likable.
Likable. Okay, so
BJ, bago ka mag-mention ng sayo, let me just say this na. I think it actually yung lahat ng changes from the comics and all that. I think it all paid kasi because of the creation of the Marvel Universe 9999 ilan ba